them because I needed to ask her something. And I hear in the background Chuck's voice booming about Chevy of Fayetteville as she answers the phone. And so Ty's making her listen to the show this morning. So Lennox,
it's her first time.
Yeah, it's probably is. And I just want to.
This is what Dad does every day.
Right. It's like, see, I told
I
you.
wouldn't pay for that car.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why I can't take you to school. She never believed why I couldn't really take her to school in the mornings because I'm doing the show. So when you go to school today, I just got one thing for you. Besides, I love you and have a great day. Stay in class. Don't be wandering the hallways. I don't want to hear from Coach Stamps today, the basketball coach.
That's where the trouble begins.
Saw your daughter again in the hallway.
Standing on the corner.
Yeah, that stuff will get you in trouble.
All right, everybody sitting up. Everybody feet on the floor.
Chad Morris. Chad Morris had it right. He knows how to do the high school thing.
You got to have both feet on the floor.
We didn't get. Chad Morris was used to being a hall monitor.
He didn't have the study hall. He didn't have study hall on his schedule. He was just out of school.
Exactly.
Driver's
what
ed.
Clemson is getting this
Driver's ed. You know.
Part of my normal.
Used to the coaches taught driver's ed.
I'm proud of both of you kiddos. Y'all have a great day. She knows who Chuck is and recognizes his voice. That's from Ty.
I made it.
Chuck, hey, Lennox, by the way, we've never had this conversation, but Chuck is on your emergency contact list. So
you're in trouble.
If you ever come out and you know, there's this like bald guy and he speaks with a loud booming voice and he says, "Go Hogs, get in the truck." That's Chuck.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
How awesome is it that Cal took the Arkansas job and we're getting to experience this stuff? Where were they going to go?
Well,
and what were they going to do?
And sometimes as fans, we get all caught up in, well, what have they not done? Yeah, you know, we get caught up in, well, they've not done this, they've not done that. Yeah, but. You know, making us feel like we're better fans or smarter fans. Let's just enjoy this.
Enjoy the heck out of it.
Let's just enjoy what we're watching because it is pretty special.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm at my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
And that will wrap it up as Arkansas will advance to the next round. They've got High Point to worry about tomorrow.
It is a lot more fun when your team's winning. I mean, the NCAA tournament's a great time regardless. But when your team's winning. You know, you want to get back and watch the other games, keep up with everything that's going on. And, that was fun yesterday.
Well, that was a casual call to end the game. You like it being casual, too, at the end.
That was Brad Nessler.
Yeah, you didn't need any theatrics to end this one.
It was pretty much, well, when it was 11-0, it was you could feel the buzz warming up.
Well, it was nice for them to come out and start like they did. And it kind of takes the pressure off early in that. That first game, you just don't know how you're going to show up. No team really does. I mean, you have the highest expectations, the biggest hopes, but how are you going to play when you tip it off in a neutral arena, the first game of March Madness? You know, you just don't know. And Arkansas was able to get off to an 11-0 run and never looked back, really.
Yeah, it was it was a high-flying game. I mean, 11 dunks, I think.
Yeah.
All of them seemed to be spectacular. There were just so many plays, and look, we kind of talked about this yesterday, and you know, you got to give teams their due. I mean, Hawaii certainly earned their way into the NCAA tournament, but they hadn't played a team like Arkansas until yesterday, and it showed. And they did the best they could, and there were times when they did okay, but Arkansas is clearly the better team.
64 paint points.
Yeah.
For Arkansas.
Yeah.
11 dunks.
And it probably could have been more, really.
I don't know. We should start a segment. Chuck doesn't do a bunch of predictions or anything like that, but he's been saying things all week that all came true in the game. You know, like Hawaii would be overmatched and Arkansas would drive it to the basket and there would be a lot of lob dunks. And, in fact, Billy Richmond talked about being the Lob City Razorbacks after the game. And you said the way Hawaii plays would lead to a lot of assists. And Arkansas had 23 assists. So where Chuck got it right, how about that? Yeah. I was just watching the game.
I'll be wrong plenty of times. I'll be wrong
right again.
plenty of times.
Well,
plenty
enjoy
of times. You guys know that.
Enjoy it while you have it right.
I'll fake my way through when I'm wrong.
That's called being a professional.
I don't know, but I'll do it.
Well, that must have been fun to call.
It was fun. You know, it was one of those games where the outcome was never in question. You know, there were some. I didn't want it to turn into a 40-point game. I'll admit that. When it was 11-0, I thought, "Oh wow, this is really going to get ugly." But you know, I thought the Razorbacks played well. I thought Hawaii had a moment or two here and there, and you know, now it's on to play High Point. I mean, I don't know how many had Arkansas playing High Point in the second round. Bart kind of warned us this might happen. But here we are.
Yeah, Bart has a lot of things to tell you he was right about today. We wanted to get yours out of the way so we could get on
Thank you for getting that out of the way. We
to
get
Bart's
on
things. Yeah,
right.
get
Mr. Right. Mr. Right.
By the way, if
That'll
you're
do.
just crawling out of bed this morning, maybe you've been working all night, or maybe you're just kind of getting to the news. Arkansas did destroy Hawaii 97-78, and the game time Saturday against High Point is at 8:45 p.m. Central Time. It's a late start.
The last game of all the games played Saturday, it's the last one.
So we go from, playing middle of the afternoon to 8:45 at night on Saturday against High Point. Interesting. Cal doing an interview after the game on TV said this about the game time.
Here's what the committee didn't know. We played good in the afternoon, or they'd have had us this evening. So they didn't realize that we're a good afternoon team. I shouldn't say that, because then in 2 days, what? We'll be playing the evening.
Well, we don't know yet when you're going to play,
But it was the kids performed. To come out and play how they played, pretty good stuff.
So Cal with the prediction that they would put them at night.
You know, it's fun that High Point won, but I really think if Wisconsin had won, Arkansas and Wisconsin would be playing in that 4:10 game here, local time, 6:10 at home. And you'd have Gonzaga and Texas playing in the late game. But it didn't work out that way. We'll never really know.
I think this has the makings of a great game.
Could be.
Bart and I were at walk-ons watching the game, and everybody was cheering for High Point.
Well,
all
sure.
the Razorback fans.
I was too.
And at one point, I said, actually, High Point went on a run, and one person tried to start a hog call.
It did not work.
And I was like, what is that? And I said, I said to Bart, do they realize that Arkansas will have to play them next? Like, they got to play this team. This team's pretty good.
Right.
These guys look dangerous. I mean, this is not going to be easy. That they look like, I mean, that's a team that can just make it from the bench. They make it when they get off the bus. And they've got, at least 3 guys averaging double figures. Also, I've never seen a game-winning shot, a 2-point breakaway layup, that was the first field goal inside the 3-point arc for a player in a season.
Isn't that incredible?
I mean, this guy scored 14 points, and he scores all the time, but they're only threes.
It's amazing. I mean, I didn't realize that until after the game. But, yeah, that was just we had all the High Point people sitting right behind us. And I think the entire town of High Point, North Carolina, was in the building. I mean, they were noisy and they were rowdy, and, man, they won a big game. And, hey, they'll be ready to go tomorrow, I'm sure, tomorrow night.
You made your way into a High Point viral video.
I saw that.
The student broadcast team and we played this and talked about it around when they made the tournament,
right
after they won their conference tournament, and it's these two the college kids calling a game, and they do a great job, I'm sure. At least these calls at the end are fun, and Chuck's sitting right next to him when this happened.
Comes the long ball. That's what.
Well, this isn't that's the actual broadcast call. Where's the High Point call? The kids. I can't find it. I thought I had it. Edwards coming over to look. He goes through the long list of clips that we have today, and here we go.
program history. High Point breaks through. We will see you in the round of 32. Oh, what a feeling.
He sounds like a character in a movie.
Hey, let me tell you something. Those kids were sitting there. I sat there and watched the whole game. If you got a minute here, I'll tell you the story.
Yeah.
I watched pretty much the entire game, and I was talking to them during breaks, and they were. They knew that they were known about. Let's just put it that way. And they were a lot of fun, and they were having the time of their lives. But if you go back and listen to the start of our broadcast, we're coming on the air as High Point's making that shot to win the game. And all this is going on, and these kids are having, they're going nuts over there. I could feel this kid over my shoulder. And we are literally just beginning our broadcast. And I told Z, I said, listen, there's going to be a lot going on when we go on the air. They may hit a game winner. I don't care if you got to look down at the table. You got to lock in on what we're doing, And, because Z's over there. I mean, he's out there with the High Point cheerleaders right now. I mean, he's doing their cheers with them. And I'm like, man, you got to lock in. We got to go on the air.
Yeah.
And so we're coming on the air. If you listen to the start of our broadcast, it was a disaster because there's all this natural sound in the background of the crowd going berserk. Z's pumping his fist, and it was just and you guys know me. I was like, I was a nervous wreck. But it was.
We got a broadcast to do.
Yeah,
we got to come
right.
on. It's the
That's
first game of the
exactly
tournament.
Right.
We got to
That's
set the tone.
exactly right. I'm like, Z, we don't care about what's going on out there. And
yeah, right.
He goes, oh, those people in Arkansas don't care about them watching this game. And
That's awesome.
And the thing is, he was right. I mean, he was right, and I knew it.
That's great. That's a good perspective. And
yeah,
when you're right there on the radio row, so to speak, it's all the broadcasters are lined up,
Yeah.
And
I could feel the kid on my shoulder. I mean, I really could. And, hey, they took more than one victory lap. I mean, I don't know if they body surfed with the fans, but it was pretty close. They were excited. Then the players came and jumped on the scorer's table right in front of me and Z. And I'm thinking they're about to knock everything over. And so we're trying to keep them, we've got our hands up trying to, keep them from falling over. But it was a heck of a scene to be in the
chaos
middle
of March Madness.
Yeah,
It's not always a broadcaster's friend.
No, I mean, it was all this was going on. We were trying to come on the air.
Chuck had having himself some get off my lawn moments.
Oh, I really did, man.
Cinderella,
really
get
did.
off the table.
I
Get out of my way.
About your slipper, man. I couldn't care less.
and you wonder what kind of
so funny.
What kind of all that emotion, what does that do for High Point? Does it feel like they won their game? Like the game? Do they come out and do the same thing? Do they have any sort of letdown? Like, that's the thing about teams who are able to play that way and upset a team early, is you wonder, can they keep it going? Obviously, for Arkansas fans, you hope not. But man, they shot the lights out, and it was a fun game to watch, and it was fun. One of a handful of upsets yesterday.
I thought Wisconsin made a lot of mistakes down the stretch. Wisconsin had an 8-point lead with about 5, 6 minutes to go. Wisconsin should have won that game. They just couldn't put it away. And then High Point hit a couple of threes, and that number 99, I mean, he was just unbelievable. And all of a sudden, it's a tie game. But Wisconsin should have won that game. They just couldn't put it away. And I think Arkansas is better than Wisconsin. And I think Arkansas beat High Point.
We're reacting to Arkansas's opening round win, the matchup against High Point Saturday night at 8:45. We got to hear from Bart. Bart won me some money yesterday. I would encourage you to watch games with Bart. I think you won some more money throughout the day, but I left. I probably would have won me more money.
Was Bart holding court?
Where Bart was right and where Bart was wrong. Coming up on the Chuck and Bo Show, 6:14. Good morning.
The coffee tastes better, the tobacco tastes sweeter, and it's all because of y'all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you've even been thinking about upgrading your ride, now's the time to check out Chevy of Fayetteville. They've got a huge selection of new Chevy trucks and SUVs ready to test drive today. Right now, you can find new Chevy Colorado Crew Cabs for under $30,000 and unbeatable savings on Chevy Silverados and Traverses with big discounts starting at $9,000 off. Great selection, big savings, and a team that's been serving our community for over 25 years. Go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
What's your Oaklawn? Is it hitting the slots for fun and high fives? Or having a round at Silk's Bar and Grill before the action? Play your way at Oaklawn's 24/7 non-smoking casino. With 1,500 slot machines, live roulette, craps, and blackjack, a sports book where you can watch and wager on your favorite games, and live entertainment at Pop's Lounge, you'll never run out of fun. It's time for more winning and more excitement at Oaklawn. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters. There's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. All right, it's officially tax season, and your local H&R Block is ready to knock it out with you. You can just walk in or grab an appointment, and you're getting 100% accuracy in your max refund or your money back. That's real people right here in your neighborhood, helping you get it done the right way. Not just now, but year-round. H&R Block. Walk in or book an appointment today. If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand? It's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Do we have a will to win? Well, come on, let's go. This is why we did what we did all year, is to get to March to be able to play like we're one of those teams.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I've had some really fast teams. Well, this team's right there, fast. We're long and we're athletic. So it's what we are, but we're also skilled because we don't turn it over that much because we are skilled.
11 dunks, 64 points in the paint. Darius Acuff did what Darius Acuff does, 24 and 7 assists. Breaks the single-season assist record held by Kareem Reed, which was 219. He's gone way past that. And Bart, he's at what now? 5 points shy of Todd Day's what record?
Single season points record. 5 points shy of tying it. 6 points shy of setting a new record.
What records does he not have?
Yeah.
Like what? Can you put them up on the board? How many more games do they need to play for him to have every record ever at Arkansas?
I can remember about, 3 weeks ago looking at some of these numbers, and it's like, well, he'd have to average 30 the rest of the way to catch Day. He's not going to do that. Well, by golly, he is. And he's going to break that record tomorrow night. So that's really incredible.
All right, we'll get into where Bart was right, where Bart was wrong, how the bracket's going. We do have one perfect bracket in the bracket contest so far, but we have our weekly.
It's remarkable.
That is remarkable.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's national news.
I did it. You're welcome. I finally filled out my bracket.
There's
there you go.
10,000, a little over 10,000 perfect brackets remaining out of like multiple millions on ESPN's, and we host one of those.
We have one of those.
Yes.
That's incredible.
That's remarkable.
Jerry, can you call in today? Can we talk to
Jerry
Jerry?
JWG? He's got Arkansas. He's got Arkansas winning it all. His Final Four is Houston, Michigan State, Arkansas, Michigan. So
he's off to a good
alive
start.
and well.
It's time for our weekly Arthur call. Our rehabilitating Arthur in Vermont. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
A great day to be alive. It is. I got basketball. I'm going to spend a few hours with gal pal Val here and later in the afternoon, and then I'm going to get back to basketball. But on a historical note, I would say that there was a player named Hawkins that played for Arkansas back in the early 90s, and I tell you what, Billy Richmond, he is just a spitting image of that guy. But with that being said, if anybody remembers that, he was to jump out of the gym and just, he did all the things that Richmond, Billy Showtime does now. But, it's a mid-major win for High Point. But I feel like we are taller than they are. But our height is different than Wisconsin. Our bigs are way more fluid and athletic and long. So I like the matchup. It would help if Pringle would play. Maybe they don't need Pringle, but they definitely against Arizona they gotta have him. And then there is one common opponent. It's Warnthorpe. I was looking through there. They beat them by 2 also, but I feel like if Arkansas just you got to be aware of that one guy. But this team seems to stay focused, and they don't really let teams. They put their foot on a team's neck, and they usually keep it there. I'm down over with my money line thing. Where I'm just going with the favorites. I did buck the trend. I did take Texas A&M and Texas and money line them, but I'm still down 1.5 units. Yeah, Chuck.
Wow.
That is the language. That is the language of the degenerate. And I'm saying let's clarify here. There's levels of degenerates. There's degenerates we fade, like someone like Stephen A. Smith, and then there's the numbers degenerates that will basically, if they find a value in a mule winning the Kentucky Derby, they're going to bet on that mule in the Kentucky Derby. But we all know, but the common sense. And then there's the gold level. And I would say Bart is in that gold level. He reminds me of my nephew before he got a job, a wife, and a kid. But so, I just feel like I don't think he should be influenced by by outside pressures. You know, I mean, why choke the golden goose? So that.
Bart, don't change a thing. Bart has it going on. No wife, no kid, no job.
I will say this for the SEC teams, and this is why I think it's very. When it seems like the SEC has a lot of elite players at a lot of different schools. I mean, I did definitely took a lot of enjoyment out of watching Texas beat BYU, just because I just got so sick of. I mean, I know that sounds like sacrilege at this point. I mean, in most situations, rooting for Texas kind of is a sacrilege type thing. But at the same time, I just got sick of this whole DeBonsa thing. DeBonsa is a great player, but he doesn't make everybody else around him better. I mean, A-Cups can score 30 points, but, you know, the other 5 starters all have double figures, you know. But, so, yeah, I'm owning the day. And I'm living, and I'm accepting of that, and it's a great day. Sometimes I can own the day and not feel good about it, but I'm on a green light today, fellas.
Yeah,
green light.
All right. Not on a heater, but you feel one coming.
Green means go.
Arthur, thank you. Bart, your thoughts?
Yeah,
we got to recover.
Good.
Yeah, we got to recover.
Good.
We got to recover from that segment. It was funny. It was a good time. Just enjoy the humor, and then when we come back, don't let it get you down at all, because we need you to be Bart in the next segment. I think
have
what Arthur
to hear
said,
where Bart was right.
Yeah.
That's where we were going, and then Arthur came in and
Yeah.
so rudely derailed us.
Yeah, but Arthur gets his segment once a week.
Oh, it was good,
and
it's part of the process.
I think he was complimenting you.
Yes,
I don't think that was a compliment.
Well, it was a backhanded compliment. It was a backhanded compliment. Maybe more backhand than compliment.
Maybe I just see the positive in things, because I saw it in there.
Yeah.
I found it.
You have to look.
Tickled to death for you.
If Bart keeps winning the way he is, his taxes may look a little different, when you file for next year. But, hey, if you haven't filed already, short of the April 15th deadline, you need to get on it. It is tax season. H&R Block's here to help. 70 years of helping you get it done and get it done right, and they'll do it all year long for you. 100% accuracy to max refund guaranteed or your money back. Find an H&R Block near you. You can just walk in or make an appointment. Where Bart was right, where Bart was wrong, where Bart's going next. It's all Bart on the Chuck and Bo Show when we come back.
There we go. Here we go. Stuart, let's take some personal shots. You want to? I mean, come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, it's officially tax season, and your local H&R Block is ready to knock it out with you. You can just walk in or grab an appointment, and you're getting 100% accuracy in your max refund or your money back. That's real people right here in your neighborhood, helping you get it done the right way. Not just now, but year-round. H&R Block. Walk in or book an appointment today. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. And members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool and a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation. And for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. Chuck has thoughts. I'm going to have some coffee and let you guys roll for a while. This is going to be good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That's the interesting part to me. Of course, I'm an old man now, but that's the interesting part to me in watching Darius is how you said a minute ago, this is happening before our eyes. It's happening to him. I mean, he's the one going through it, and he's not even 20 years old yet. So what that must be like for him. And I think he's handling it well, and I think he'll continue to, because he's not a guy that's going to let it go to his head.
It's amazing how he's handling it. And just to watch it play out when you're talking to him. And he's realizing it, but not in a way that like, oh, I've made it or I'm awesome. And I actually asked him about, how do you deal with all this attention because you're not really the kind of guy that seeks it? And then with that comes all the expectations, like you got to do it again and you got to get better and you got to keep going. And here's what he said.
Just knowing, what's ahead. Like I said, our season's not even over, so I still got a lot of more things. Like as far as team, it's time to win as a team now. It's not about, not that it ever was, but it's more about team now. It's the tournament, so you got to avoid that stuff. And expectations. I don't really do deal with that a lot. Like I just go out and try to play my game. Like I always say, everything can come with itself as long as you play your game and perform and you win. Like winning come with a lot. So I feel like that everything. When you win a lot, it'll solve all the problems for sure.
He knows he's good. He knows he's good. By the same token, he also knows that with that comes responsibility to his teammates. And his responsibility is to help make them better. When he does that, they win, like what he's talking about. He's a team guy. There's not much me to this kid, and that's the impressive part. Look, we've had great players here before. Some of them were on the all-me team. They were me guys. He's not that guy. And that's what I think will ultimately make him, when it's all said and done, there's not going to be any question about, who the greatest of all time was.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Arthur is in Vermont. Hogs play tonight. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning. I'm owning the day, but I can't really say I'm happy about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, first of all, no, I'll be walking the streets of Portland tonight, enjoying this. But I've got 3 tapes that I got to watch of High Point. They're good. Wisconsin found out they are good, and they're not afraid. I recruited Cam to Kentucky, so I know how good he is. And so they're good. We're not walking in thinking, okay, this will be an easy one. No, it won't. None of them are easy. And I've been telling these guys, you're going to look and you're worried about somebody in front of you, and they get beat, and you're playing somebody else. That's why you don't even need to watch games. You don't need, just stay in the moment. Let's stay in the 5-minute segments. Let's just stay locked in.
It's Cal after the game. High Points next, 8:45 Saturday night. Arkansas, an 11.5-point favorite. Who would have thought going into the tournament that Arkansas would be double-digit favorites in the first 2 games?
It's really hard to believe. We think about what happened in Nashville, and Cal was right. We talked about, gosh, we're going to play Alabama. Well, no, you're not. Gosh, we're going to get to play Florida. No, it's not going to be Florida. And now it's like, gosh, I can't wait till they play Wisconsin. Well, it's not going to be Wisconsin. So, I mean, we're sitting here talking about Arizona in the Sweet 16. I mean, who knows? So, just as he said, I mean, go beat High Point. Win the first 4 minutes. Have the lead and be doing what you want to do when you get to that first TV timeout and go from there. And I sort of think that's the way they've been playing.
Even the great Mike Krzyzewski didn't have it right. That clip we played yesterday.
But watch Saturday and Sunday, because you have a chance to have, you're going to see Wisconsin and Arkansas.
No, you're not.
Yeah. I mean, that's right.
That's right. Exactly.
You know, Arthur brought up something that I actually think is really on point. He was talking about the athleticism of Arkansas's bigs. I thought that was a difference yesterday in that game with Wisconsin. I don't think High Point's guys are going to be able to be as athletic as Arkansas's big guys, and I know they're not as athletic as Darius Alston's going to be out front.
One of the areas that High Point does struggle in is defending the interior.
Yeah.
And Cal mentioned Cam. That's Cameron Fletcher. He had 14 and 11. He started for Cal at Kentucky. All right, it's time for Bart. We got to get to Bart in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. He's over there. We've given you 30 minutes to wake up. We're all tired. Chuck's working on, just a 2-hour time difference. It's the middle of the night. He's doing the show. When he ends the show, people still won't be up in Portland.
That's true.
And hopefully he can just go back to bed. Edward and Bart and I are just exhausted from watching college basketball. We're just exhausted. And but we're here, so you should be awake now. Also, we got a little thing going on here, Chuck. It turns out Bart's been sneaking his own Starbucks coffee into the Keurig, and the problem is he's leaving the pods behind.
Ooh,
and so Edward sees, like a Starbucks vanilla latte Keurig cup.
At all
And it's something, it's something bougie.
Just let him run with it.
And he comes in and he goes, I keep seeing these pods, but I don't see them in the community box of coffee pods. Bart, do you have any thoughts?
He has his private stash.
And Bart's
private stash in
Bart
his office.
said he's been bringing them from home because he ran out of his Cinnabon coffee pods. So
I'm just gonna go home and go back to bed.
So would you care to share with Edward today?
I asked
already
Edward
offered.
if he wanted one,
Okay.
and Edward said no.
Bo's just trying to be decisive.
Would you
divisive
and decisive.
All right. Well,
we're a united front.
I
You
like
can't
to keep
divide
Chuck
us.
up on the drama, when he's not in studio.
I like to know what's going on in the
he wants to
studio.
know what's
I
happening.
like to
story of the
understand how
morning,
it's
John.
going.
He wants to know what's happening back here on the ranch, so you got to keep him up to date. All right, let's get to it, Bart.
Bart's just thinking, can I tell you people how right I was yesterday?
Yes, let's start
Would you
with that.
guys shut up?
Let's start with that. Where were you? Where were you? Oh, so right, Bart. Where did you kill it? Where did you crush it?
Well, I mean, I gave y'all a high point. I said Wisconsin better watch out.
You did say they better watch out.
Wisconsin better watch out for High Point.
And thank you.
And High Point, in fact, won the game. It just seemed like a bad matchup, and in fact, it was.
Thank you for helping me hammer that in-game bet.
Yep, you're welcome. I gave you some 11 seeds. In fact, I gave you 3 of them. 2 of them won outright. Not just talking about a cover, an outright. They all 3 covered, but 2 of them won outright.
High Point?
No, the 11 seeds. That would be Texas and VCU.
Texas was
winners.
11, that's right.
Upset winners. South Florida did not. They didn't get off the bus.
They made it close at the end.
They rallied feverishly at the end.
Yeah, we were really rooting for Joseph Pinion.
Yeah, and then he had kind of a nightmare down the stretch of that game.
Couldn't make the shot.
Yeah, just
How many did he have though? He had like 20. What do you have? 27.
I'm not exactly sure what his final.
Bart just knows
I'm not
that
sure
he
either.
lost. He
Yeah.
lost.
I'm sorry. I just know that
I just know that South Florida lost.
I got you.
And,
I got you.
It was.
He didn't care how many Joseph Pinion had because Joseph Pinion didn't win for him.
He had 27, 7, and 6.
That's
There
right.
it is. That's right. Big game. Hey, Shout out Joseph Pena.
Yeah,
Along with four steals as well.
Yeah.
Where I was
good game.
Where I was wrong. A couple things stand out. And
moving right along.
I'm gonna get through the segment this time.
Yeah.
I've learned.
Do it, Bart.
I've learned that if I
Put
don't
your
just
head
keep
down
rolling,
and burrow through.
if I don't keep rolling,
Don't pay
it'll
any
get
attention to those high point kids dancing around. And
whatever.
We got to start the broadcast.
That's right.
Ohio State. Shame on them. Just shame on Ohio State.
Agreed.
For being completely disinterested in the basketball game for a
Those
majority
Ohio
of
State
it.
people.
They're a better team than
Yeah.
TCU. The worst team won, but that's what happens when you don't show up. You got to show up in
TCU.
March.
You picked.
He
I
picked Ohio State.
Oh, you picked.
I
the
handed out
Buckeyes.
Ohio State. I
That's
told
right.
y'all
I
Ohio
remember
State.
you did. That's right. I recall.
And then another one that I would like to see this team in particular banned from participating in the NCAA tournament.
What's coming.
That's St. Mary's. St. Mary's should never be allowed back in the NCAA tournament. That's a fraudulent program that every year they get in and they do nothing. The West Coast Conference, because of Gonzaga's success, has turned into a 2, sometimes 3-bid league. It's a 3-bid league this year. They won't be able to ride Gonzaga's coattails after this year, but because of realignment and Gonzaga moving to the Pac-12. But St. Mary, just an absolute joke of a program when it comes to playing high major opponents. They get into March and they fall flat on their face. They get into March, they fall flat on their face. Shame on me a little bit too for even like thinking about picking them.
Did you pick them?
And then actually picking them?
You picked them.
Well, I picked them because Texas A&M's
talked
been
himself
playing really
into it.
poorly lately. A&M had been really struggling down the stretch. They had
And
lost.
they didn't play great.
No, they did not. St. Mary's is just get out of here. I don't ever want to see you in this tournament again. You are now on the list. If I see your name, I bet against you 100 times
So
out of
they're
100.
in like the Matt Painter category now for you.
They're Purdue.
No, they're beyond. They're in a level beyond Matt Painter. Matt Painter has at least made it to a national championship game. You know, he's made it to Elite Eights. Yeah,
But you don't believe in him or count on him.
No, I don't. I certainly don't count on him. Certainly not.
Certainly.
This is beyond that. Randy Bennett and St. Mary's, the Gales, blow somewhere else. Just not in the NCAA tournament.
Okay, there you go.
It's a nice play on words, Bart.
Very nice.
Thank you, Chuck.
Yeah.
I learned from you.
Not that part.
Well, hey, never know what's going to happen at the 6 o'clock hour of the
right.
Chuck and Bo show, or it's 4:42 on the Portland side of things.
Yeah.
So you gave us. I'm trying to figure out where all we're going here. You gave us 2 11 upsets. You gave us 3, but 2 of them hit.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
the other one
2-1.
covered. The other one did cover the spread.
Oh, okay.
South Florida did cover.
Yes.
Backdoor cover.
It was an extreme backdoor cover. Yes. But a cover nevertheless.
But as far as a bracket goes, that doesn't help you.
No, it doesn't. But if you bet it, you made money. So.
Are you more about the bracket or making money?
Well, both.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like if my bracket's going to crap, at least I won some money. That's what you're saying.
Well, sure. I mean,
yeah. No, I was just asking. It's not a right or wrong. There's nothing right or wrong about it, in my
I
opinion.
mean,
was
look,
just
I had
asking.
High Point money line. I had VCU money line. I had Texas money line. Let's go. Come on now.
We need to pep you up a little bit.
Come on.
You're over there. You're dragging a little bit. Like, what do we got to do to kind of get you? I just all the same.
Well, not take Arthur's call first thing in the
you
morning.
can't let that stuff bother you.
I could tell.
Yeah,
I could tell that was a
come
there
on.
was a danger in derailing the entire hour.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
That Bart would not
Come
be
on.
able to put that.
I'm over that. I'm
No,
over
you're
that
really
crap.
not, Bart.
I'm
I
over
mean,
that
you can
crap.
say that, but
we can sense it. We can sense it. We need you to beat Bart.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm right here.
don't let Arthur get in your head.
What else do you want to share from yesterday? What else is there?
Well, I
to
mean,
tell
I
us
think
about?
that pretty much covers it. I mean,
we got today to get to.
that Siena gave Duke everything.
Yeah,
everything
we got to
they
talk
paid
about
him.
Duke. That's right.
That's I'm telling you that's
Duke stinks.
Well, I don't know
They
that
stink.
I don't know that
They
they
stink.
stink.
They
but not
stink.
having Caleb Foster is
They
a big
stink.
problem, and that's gonna cost them. Probably not against TCU, but
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, man. I
Their
don't
big
know that
guy
they're
didn't
gonna
play
get out of the
either,
region.
did he? Duke's big
Yeah.
guy didn't play.
Right.
And I don't know if he's going to play in the second round or not. I don't know.
So I mean, just.
I was hoping you would say Duke stinks, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they stink.
I know, but I think it sounds good when you say it.
Some injury issues. I think they have some injury issues. Hey, if you're looking for an upset today, just an outright upset today, let me give you the latest money line here. This is a little crazy. So it's a chance, but it's always a chance. Plus 425, Hofstra. Plus 425.
Who are they playing?
Hofstra.
They're playing Alabama.
They are playing Alabama.
You've been talking about that for days. If you want to get rich,
at the expense of NATO's.
yeah. I mean, that'd be like 2 wins in one. To see Hofstra beat Alabama and to win money on the game.
It would make the NCAA tournament for me.
Yeah, that'd bring you right back. That'd bring you right back around. That'd get you going like,
Hey, it's NCAA tournament time. If you don't think you can win it, then you shouldn't be in it. Let's go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Santa Clara over Kentucky, by the way, in the opener
Oh, yeah,
today.
that's
the first game. Like whatever, man.
Can I get Nolan right there on my phone as a ringtone?
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we all do that for the rest of March?
That'd be cool.
That's
if I ever get home, we'll do it.
We got to hit a break. Chuck's on the West Coast, and we don't know how long he's going to be there. It could be a couple of weeks. At least that's what we're all hoping for.
Me too.
Yeah,
I got a lot of close back.
Yeah,
I do.
They gave you fair
I
warning.
planned for 2 weeks.
Not coming back till we lose.
That's right.
It's First Security Bank bringing you the Chuck and Bo Show. Banking better every day, helping you bank better. FSBank.com. First Security Bank, convenient locations all over the state. FSBank.com online. First Security Bank, member FDIC.
Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At First Security, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal. When you walk in, call, or click, you're working with people who live here, know the community, and understand what you're trying to accomplish. Whether it's managing day-to-day spending or planning for something bigger, it's real support from real people who care enough to listen. Discover what better banking feels like. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we were going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more at teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. When it comes to sports and work, we all understand preparation, performance, and recovery. And that's exactly how the Sweat No Edge works. I'm in the program myself. I've told you about it before. It's designed for men who want to stay competitive as they age with hormone therapy for low testosterone, peptide therapy, metabolic testing, in-body scans, weight loss, and so much more. If you want to feel like you once did, get the free consultation. Log on to sweatnumcosmetic.com or just search the Sweat No Edge. This is not interesting. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric is here to help you lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaschal.com today to schedule your service.
And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to jamesboyett.com.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the show? The Chuck and Bo Show On Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. You know, I did remind myself yesterday, nobody held a gun to your head and made you do this.
That's good self.
I had a little self-talk yesterday.
I didn't know you had those.
They're generally brief. Yeah, we don't get too deep, but every once in a while they do happen.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas rolled in the opener against Hawaii. Acuff 24-7. TB had 19-6. Malik Ewan had a double-double, 16-12. Malik Thomas had 21 points, 8 rebounds. Billy Richmond had 10.7 rebounds. I mean, they played. They came to play. They played well. Hawaii was making some shots there for a while, and you thought maybe they'd make a run, and then Arkansas said, no, wasn't going to happen. Not. People, are you worried? Are you worried about the Arkansas defense?
Sorry, I had to get my mic situated there. No, I'm not worried.
No.
Are you worried, Bart? Are you worried, Bart?
Not at the moment. No, I sure am not.
You like the way they're playing?
No, not really.
Exactly. You like the way they're playing, though.
I do like the way Arkansas is playing. Yes, they've won 6 straight games. It's time to keep it going.
Did you
High Point's going to be a different type of challenge, but you got to be ready to play.
Look at the blocks and the steals right now from Arkansas, and I don't mean just in the High Point game yesterday. Go back and look at the the numbers from the SEC tournament. They're forcing turnovers. That's their defensive game. And the last part of a defensive stop's getting the rebound.
Yep.
And you look at what they're doing right now on the glass. Generally speaking, they're winning. May not be by a decided margin. We may not be looking back at the game and saying, man, Arkansas dominated the glass, but they're winning the battle of the glass. And when you do that, you have the number of blocks and steals that they have, you're going to score points.
Yeah,
Look at the paint points from yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, they just beat them off the dribble all day.
Plus 10 on the boards for Arkansas.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to win most games when you do that.
And they turned them over. 14 points off 12 turnovers for Arkansas. And that, you're right. That is sometimes you see guys making shots, you think they're not playing defense, and then you look at them deflecting passes, getting steals, getting it out in transition, and that is their game. 6:55. Good morning.
Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric is here to help you lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaschal.com today to schedule your service.
And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
With Arkansas baseball, softball, and basketball seasons in full swing, there's no better place to catch all the action than Walk-On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, you won't miss a single play. Enjoy mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus the best burgers, craft beers, and cocktails that keep fans coming back. It's incredible food and a game day atmosphere like none other. With 5 locations across Arkansas, it's Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorback. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, 2 of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes. And now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
Interviews, highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Varsity Vibe is your go-to for high school athletics in Arkansas. Learn the stories of coaches and players in our Varsity Vibe podcast. See the biggest plays and the best performances highlighted on our social media platforms. And if newsletters are more your style, we've got that too. High school sports at your fingertips. Varsity Vibe, elevating the game.
See, this is what the Chuck and Bo show
Some
is.
moments
Just
call
show up
for
and
more
have
than
coffee.
just a win.
The
They
Chuck and
call
Bo
for
Show.
Unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B, it's a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion. And that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, And having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-thru. I wanted to cheat, right?
Is it a fast food place, or they just have a to-go lane?
Oh, I mean, it's a drive-thru.
It's a drive-thru, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-thru. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Bart.
They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So, I was like, "Well, that's that. We're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite 15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register or whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at the drive-thru. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said,
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change, yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like,
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-thru. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
If you're looking for one of these shows that just sort of eases into it in the morning, you're not quite awake for this. I mean, you might just start picking us up around 6:30 because we just dive right in.
I've been up a while.
I'm not sure I'm ready for it. I'm talking to the person listening right now that their alarm goes off with the Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah.
By the way, that's half of America. I don't know if you've seen the ratings. That's half of America.
Astronomical.
It's Chuck and Bo, Fox News, and then whatever else.
And it's close at the top. Don't kid yourself.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm at my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy to see you.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Why do you think your freshmen are able, in these moments that they've never been in before, to have performances like this?
Because they have otherworldly confidence. Both of them could run for president someday because you can't tell them anything about you're not this, you're not that. They look at you like you're nuts. Both of them.
That's Calipari talking about Acuff and Malik Thomas, and man, they played well. Malik with 24 and 7, and of course, or 21 and 8, and then Acuff with 24 points and 7 assists. All right, so Arkansas rolls over Hawaii, and now they play High Point at 8:45 tomorrow night. The latest game. The
last one of all the games.
The nightcap. The late of all the lates. How we feeling? How we feeling about the Razorbacks? Have you already punched their ticket to the Sweet 16? Or are you worried about High Point? 877-377-6963. We're reacting to a Razorback win in the NCAA tournament. Hey, don't look now, but this team's been hot.
Everybody's playing well. You know, you can remember Cal talking about this even a month or so ago. He said, you know, for us to be good, everybody's got to play well. And everybody that hit the floor last night played well. You know, that's a pretty good recipe this time of year.
I mean, they look good. They look good.
Well, they jumped
play.
out on them. That to me was the biggest thing. They didn't give Hawaii any time to get settled. By the time they got their feet underneath them, the game was over. Arkansas was clearly better. I mean, Hawaii did the best they could, and I don't want to take anything away from a team that, went to the tournament for the first time in 10 years. And I know by the standards that, by their standards, they had a great year, and they should be credited for that. But they were overmatched. I mean, this was, of all the games I watched yesterday, quite honestly, this was about the biggest, it was about the most one-sided matchup.
Yeah, it was a mismatch for sure. And Hawaii didn't make shots early, and that didn't help them. So Arkansas was able to, get out to an 11-0 lead, and then, that was pretty much the ball game right there.
Yeah. Dre Bullock, number 4, was really the only really, good player that they had, and he kind of kept him in the game. I thought at the start when it was 11-0, I thought, man, it's going to be 50-12 at halftime. I mean, this is brutal. And he started making a few shots, and he was there. He was kind of their saving grace in terms of keeping it halfway respectable.
When the bracket comes out, and we talked about this a little bit a few minutes ago, you don't expect to play Hawaii and High Point as your first 2 games to get to the Sweet 16. You expect maybe a Hawaii, but you're beginning the NCAA tournament. It really couldn't have worked out better for you. And again, I think High Point's dangerous, but you're still a huge favorite in this game. 11.5-point favorite is where Arkansas opens against High Point, and they were a 15.5-point favorite against Hawaii. I mean, those are pretty big numbers to start the NCAA tournament.
That's a big spread for around a 32 game.
But I mean, that's what you get with an upset too.
Right.
When you get a High Point going. The other thing is, are they the Cinderella? We'll see if another Cinderella emerges today. Do you have a Cinderella after the first round, or do you have to win a couple of games for people to say you're Cinderella?
I think you've got to get to the Sweet 16 before you really qualify.
Before America starts rooting for you.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not naive. There are going to be a lot of people rooting for High Point tomorrow night. I get that. I rooted for most of the underdogs when I watched yesterday. That's just how it is in the NCAA tournament. But you got to get to the Sweet 16 before you can really start talking about putting on a slipper.
But they don't have Darius Alston Jr.
No,
on
they
those
don't.
other teams that you're rooting against, looking for upsets, and I think people want to see him play.
Well, I think they do, but I also think that, I mean, it's just human nature. I'm sure yesterday most people were pulling for High Point against Wisconsin, and like I say, I pulled against all the favorites yesterday. I always do. That's just how it is in the NCAA tournament. So, but who somebody's rooting for when they're watching on television really doesn't matter. But Arkansas right now, and it's not just Acuff. I mean, some of the plays they made yesterday. The lob to Brazil, and I thought perhaps even more impressive was Richmond's catch on the lob to him. And, I mean, they were just, they put on a show.
Yeah. I mean, they're Lob City. They have that. Can a team take that away from them?
Well, it's hard to do that, because lots of times when you do that, you commit a foul. And, I mean, it's not like you're going to out-leap Brazil. You got to out-position him. But sometimes when you do that, you end up getting the foul as the defender. So when you can do it like they can do it, unless the other team can get up there with you, it's hard for them to defend.
They've just gotten so good at that. They are just so good offensively.
Well, the play where they, Acuff's on one side of the floor and they skip past to one, and it looks like they're going to throw it out of bounds, and then Thomas lobs it to Ewan, and, I mean, they're just all over the place.
When the bigs are lobbing it to each other, one side of the basket or the other. I mean, they're just having fun out there. Cal mentioned the Brazil catch and dunk. I mean, that was wild.
TB has just come on Like, he's special. 6'10", folks. Can guards, head on the rim. Did you see that dunk? I sat down. How did you get that down? And I just sat down because everybody on the bench is looking at me. I'm like, don't look at me. I can't believe how he ever got that ball. But he never ceases to amaze me, some of the stuff he does, some of the blocks. We've won games based on him getting a block in the last 10 seconds of the game. And it wasn't on his man. It was on someone else driving, and he goes over and blocks it, rebound, we won the game.
We've said he's the X factor. Everybody says that. The team says that. I mean, he is the X factor. If he's going to play well, they're probably going to be good.
Well, you look at his numbers yesterday. 19 points on the offensive end. Didn't shoot the three well. He was only 1 of 7 from 3. 8 rebounds. He had 6 rebounds in the ball game. But 3 block shots and 2 steals. That means 5 times, potentially somewhere between 10 and 15 points. He either blocked the shot or stole the ball and prevented them from getting a shot on the basket. That is being a factor way beyond what we see right in front of us, when a guy misses or makes a three or goes in for a high-flying dunk. He does everything all over the floor. And I really think if you, break down the box score, for example, from the game yesterday, you see that from everyone. They're filling up the stat line. It's not as though you're looking at guys and, now granted yesterday, Acuff had 3 rebounds. That's fine. I can live with Darius only getting 3 rebounds. But my point is when you look at these players, everybody's a basketball player. They're not just a scorer. They're not just a defender. They're not the type player you pigeonhole into a spot and say, well, that's just the kind of player they are. Don't expect anything else out of them. Billy Richmond believes he can make 3-pointers. I don't always believe it, but he can, or he does. Yeah. And he's made some of them. So, all these guys right now are playing complete games. And again, whether they've got the best total group or not, I don't know, but the way they're playing right now, they're going to be a tough out.
From the field, TB was 8 of 17, Malik Ewan 6 of 8, Billy Richmond 5 of 8, Malik Thomas 9 of 16, Acuff 9 of 19, and Wagner 2 of 4. I mean, that's pretty good shooting. And taking a lot of bad shots, which was what Hawaii wanted to try to force them into. That didn't work.
The surprising thing is that Arkansas was 4 of 21 from 3. This is the best three-point shooting team in the country.
They didn't have a good day from 3.
They didn't have a good day from 3 and still won the game easily. That to me is a really good sign.
Who's the best three-point shooting team in the country?
Well, it's Arkansas.
They're the best three-point shooting team in the country?
In terms of percentage, they're in the top 5. They were best in the league.
Yeah, well, they dropped significantly after yesterday, but heading into the tournament, they were 1 or 2 in the country in 3-point percentage.
Look at the percentage from 2-point range yesterday. I mean, you take those 21 threes away from that 72, and I mean they tore it up.
69% basically on twos yesterday.
Yeah, which tells you that they just got to the basket at will.
And that's that's probably how you're going to attack High Point as well. High Point doesn't defend the interior extremely well. That's not their game. They defend the perimeter pretty well, but they don't really have the size to defend inside. So you would expect guys like Ewan in Brazil to be able to have big games, and I mean Acuff can take whoever he wants off the dribble, so that's going to open things up. The thing I wanted to mention about Billy, Chuck, since you brought Billy up in his shooting and how he has improved as a shooter, that's part of what's opened up a lot of these lobs as the season has gone on, because teams have to respect Billy a little bit more. They can't sag off of him. They have to come out on him, and that gives Billy the ability to cut behind them for the lobs, those baseline lobs. That's a big part of the offense. And I'm telling you guys, this team is just getting better. They're just getting better with every game they play. If something doesn't go right, they just figure it out. and they do all the other things right. That maybe, maybe they have an off shooting night, but they do all these other things. Or maybe they don't force a lot of turnovers, but they make a lot of shots. They just figure it out. And that is how you win games this time of year, as we've seen so far.
Let's take a call. Eric's in Springdale. We're reacting to Arkansas's opening round win in the NCAA tournament. Eric, good morning.
Morning, guys. I just wanted to say, A, about the competition of who we're playing. You can only really play who's in front of you, just like the conference tournament. And so that's just, you can't control who you're playing or whatever. Secondly, I think that you look at the bracket and you go, who do we not going to want to run into, or whatever. Well, Arizona or whomever. And after watching what we've seen in the conference tournament, watching what we saw yesterday, I kind of scratch my head and go, does anyone really want to play Arkansas right now?
No.
Does Arizona want to play Arkansas, or is that just who they might get? But, I mean, as hot as we're playing right now, it just kind of makes me go, I don't know. I'd kind of be afraid to play Arkansas on some of these other teams right now. And it just kind of, my last point is this team kind of, and don't chuckle at me for saying this, but this team kind of reminds me of a college version of almost the Showtime Lakers or something like that. Just kind of what we're seeing in their style and in their playing loose and things like that. And so those are my points. Go Hogs tomorrow. But if I was some of these other teams, I would kind of worry with what I'm seeing right now. Thanks.
Appreciate the call.
Well, I don't care how big you are. I don't care how many rebounds you get as a team. You better be able to get up and down the floor if you play the Razorbacks. You better be able to get back on defense, and you better be able to play that transition game, because if you can't, you're going to get beat.
We'll take more of your calls coming up. 877-377-6963. My house was on the market for 6 minutes. I had a showing. 2 days later, it was under contract. Chuck's been telling you about Weichert for a long time. I can tell you I've had two transactional but relational experiences with them now, and they've both been extremely easy and successful. And I appreciate what they're doing for me, and I know you will too.
Well, and it becomes a relationship. As you just said, when we talk about our friends at Weichert Realtors, let me tell you something. When you spend the most money you've ever spent in your life on a house, and everything works out, and you're happy, and you walk away from it feeling like, wow, this went a lot better than I thought it would, they become your friends. And in our case, it's friends, it's business partners, and it's a relationship that's going to last a lifetime. And, they've been doing this since 1978, which tells you they know how to build relationships. The first thing you've got to do is be a pro at what you're doing. And that's what they are at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Ask Bo about all the legwork that they did prior to that showing that came in 6 minutes after it was listed. It came 6 minutes after it was listed because of all the work that they put in ahead of the time. And that's how it goes with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Now, they're in northwest Arkansas. Washington and Benton counties are in Fort Smith. They're in Branson. They've got a wide selection of homes. You can see every single one of them when you log on to WeichertGriffin.com.
100%. 717, it's the Chuck and Bo Show. It's Friday. I don't even know now. I don't even know what I was about to say.
We were talking about...
It's profound.
What were we talking about?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com. We talk a lot about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And, Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. At First Security, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal. When you walk in, call or click, you're working with people who live here, know the community, and understand what you're trying to accomplish. Whether it's managing day-to-day spending or planning for something bigger, it's real support from real people who care enough to listen. Discover what better banking feels like. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC.
Fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. As the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, where Arkansas gets engaged.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. All right, it's officially tax season, and your local H&R Block is ready to knock it out with you. You can just walk in or grab an appointment, and you're getting 100% accuracy in your max refund or your money back. That's real people right here in your neighborhood, helping you get it done the right way. Not just now, but year-round. H&R Block. Walk in or book an appointment today. If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand? It's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
About to blow y'all mind with this one. I would actually take Darius A. Jr. with the #1 pick. He is a bona fide killer.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck, we're getting a lot of texts, and we've had a couple of calls off the air about the being able to access the radio broadcast.
Yeah.
Because it's different than the regular season. Now, obviously, if you're listening to it on the radio, if you want to hear Chuck and Z call it, like, you're still going to hear it on the stations that you would normally listen to it on. But, like, the Hit That Line Now app, it powered by Taco Bell, isn't allowed to stream NCAA tournament games, so you don't hear it there. And so if you're accustomed to hearing it a certain way online, that's not available during the NCAA tournament. So just to FYI on that, you got to listen to it on the radio. There is a way you can stream it, but I can't remember if it's Varsity. It's Varsity.
It's the Varsity app, is my understanding. I've actually texted Learfield this morning. I've not gotten a response yet, asking for a little bit of clarification on this, because Westwood One owns all the rights, and this happens every NCAA tournament. I know we get here and we get the same text every year. I say every year. It's not been this way all that long, but this is not the first time, unfortunately, and this is just kind of how it works. I think it's the same reason that, CBS, and you guys may understand this more than I do, they embargo a lot of the highlights until all the games are over. And Westwood One does some similar things on the radio. I personally hate it. I think it's heavy-handed, but there's not anything anyone can do about it because they purchased the rights, and so that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah, when I was in local television and the Razorbacks would play, and then we couldn't show highlights. We would just draw stick figures.
Yes, I
and
remember.
show pictures of what, just imagine the dunk that Trevin Brazil had last night and try to draw a picture of it. Sterling in Center Ridge, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, guys. I hope y'all having a great day.
Hey, Sterling.
It seems like every time I come on, the gas forklifts will drive by. And every single time I get on the Chuck and Bo Show.
The forklifts.
Yeah, not the electric forklift, the battery operated ones, the quiet ones. The gas ones, the big loud old dinosaurs that come by every time. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I'm so happy with this team. How they're getting better and better, and the chemistry on the team. And a lot of good teams that when they win, they talk about chemistry all the time. But you can be on a bad team with chemistry too. You can get along and have friends and get your tail whooped every week too. You can have.
Yes, you can.
People don't talk about that, but every team that's losing are not mad at or at each other's throats. They get along too. But with this team, it seems like they legitimately care for one another. And you see it in their passing. They used to call it the Clippers Lob City. But that was mostly Chris Paul throwing the lobs to DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin and them guys. But on this team, everybody's throwing lobs. The center's throwing lobs. The guards are throwing lobs. Everybody throwing lobs to each other. Everybody. And you have seen every combination of lobs to each other.
Because they've got ball skills. It's because they've got ball skills, Sterling. And that's one of the reasons that I think Arkansas is playing so well right now. I think it's one of the reasons those big guys are playing well. It's because they've got ball skills, and most big guys really don't.
And it's just a beautiful, beautiful basketball to watch. And that sequence with Brazil's dunk and Brazil's block and the alley-oop that's just beautiful. That whole sequence is just beautiful. I love this team and Cal, and I'm one of the ones. I like Calvin even when he wasn't our coach. I just couldn't understand why all these top recruits thought that he was their pathway to the NBA when they were already great before he got them. Don't you know he's recruiting you because you're great? But it is what it is. But now he's on my side, so he's the reason why you're getting all that money. It's because of Cal, since he's on my side now. So I'm just so happy. And I'm taking it one game at a time. I ain't worried about the rest of the bracket. I'm doing what my coach said to do. We worried about our 5-minute segments. We just looking straight ahead. We ain't worried about who's next. We just worried about right now. And right now, High Point is the most dangerous team in this bracket. And I'm ready for them.
I'm with you, Sterling.
I'm ready to roll right now, Chuck and Bo.
Yeah, it is. Man, I wish it was game time, game 2. We got to wait till 8:45 on Saturday night.
It's a long way till tomorrow night.
It is. Thank you, Sterling.
Last game.
877-377-6963. Isn't it fun? I mean, I'm just sitting here listening.
This is as much fun as you're going to have. I mean, as much fun as, aside from maybe going to Omaha or, going to the college football playoff, which we've not been to yet. This is great.
I want to be like one of these motivational speakers that come in and talk to football teams. What's holding you back? What's holding you back from believing Arkansas can win the whole thing? I was sitting there as Sterling was talking, thinking they're going to win the whole thing. You can't say that. You can't say that yet. You got to wait. I'm like, no, they might win the whole thing. I mean, like, who's playing better than they are?
Well, that's a big part of it. And I want to tell you something else. I was thinking about this last night. Sterling made me think about this. Talking about money and NIL, look at all that money Brigham Young University spent on their basketball team. One and done. It doesn't guarantee you anything. It does not guarantee anything. You got to have chemistry. You got to have players. You got to have a great coach. You got to have everything whether it's football, basketball, baseball, whatever. Without all those ingredients, it's not going to work. Now, money's important, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's not the most important thing, because it's pretty darn important in today's college game, whether we like it or not. But you got to have all that other stuff too.
Yeah, it guarantees you nothing. It just gets you some players.
It gets you to the table.
You say High Point maybe playing as well as Arkansas.
Well, I'm just what I mean is High Point has won 15 games in a row. They have the nation's longest winning streak right now. Obviously, most of those wins, aside from the one against Wisconsin yesterday, have come against competition that is not anywhere close to the level that they'll face tomorrow with the Razorbacks. But this is a team that's playing very well right now. They do certain things well that can possibly cause some issues for the Razorbacks. We'll see as we get into the matchup a little bit, I'm sure, as we go forward today. But to Sterling's point, take it one game at a time, and right now High Point's the most dangerous team in the country.
I guess it doesn't matter at this point, but I was talking to you during the game yesterday, Bart, going, I don't know, I think I'd rather face Wisconsin. I think for Arkansas, I'd rather face Wisconsin. It doesn't matter because you play who you play, but Arkansas, to the point that we got earlier from a caller, whomever they're matched up against, that team's got to deal with Arkansas.
Right.
We keep looking at it, and that's natural for us to look at who they're playing. But again, Arkansas is just playing so dang well, and can that change, and can they come out and play bad? Maybe, but there's so many guys that can do it. You're not dependent. We talk about Acuff, rightly so, but you're not dependent on just him having a great game. I mean, these guys are all a problem. They can all knock down a shot, and they can all get to the rim and finish. They've got 5-6 guys that can do that.
Right now, Arkansas is playing better defense than Wisconsin is. And I watched Wisconsin yesterday. They didn't play great defense. I know Arkansas has had some struggles this year on that end, but not lately. Not lately. And that'll play a big role tomorrow night. Some of those threes are going to get blocked.
I do think that Arkansas is a different and a more difficult matchup for High Point. And again, they're an 11.5-point favorite. The game starts at 8:45. We'll continue to talk about it. And what else happened in the NCAA tournament and what to look forward to today. You know why? Because it's NCAA tournament time. And it's Bart's time. And I want this on my phone. I want this as a ringtone.
Hey, it's NCAA tournament time. If you don't think you can win it, then you shouldn't be in it. Let's go to work.
Spring's such an awesome time. You got March Madness, and then we get right into golf. If you enjoy golf, this is your time. Like, the weather is starting to get better. It's starting to green up, and Bart's going to try to break 90 at Big Creek on April 17th. We're going to put this behind us. It'll move to Bart breaking 80, a year from now. I believe in you. I believe where you're going, Bart, and I can't wait to see it all happen on April 17th. We talk about the Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's an awesome place to go. I love spending time there, going there for a weekend. Great people, one of the top courses in the state. And I don't know where you live, where you're hearing me from, but where we live in Northwest Arkansas, if you want to join a country club, you've got a massive wait list and a huge initiation fee. And right now, at Big Creek Country Club, no initiation fee until April 1st. So if you're interested in joining the Big Creek Country Club, go to bigcreekgolf.com or just call the pro shop. You have till April 1st, no initiation fee, and you can become a member. 7:32, we're reacting on a Friday. Derek, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
How about them hogs, gentlemen?
The Chuck and Bo Show. Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool and a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That's the interesting part to me. Of course, I'm an old man now, but that's the interesting part to me in watching Darius is how you said a minute ago, this is happening before our eyes. It's happening to him. I mean, he's the one going through it, and he's not even 20 years old yet. So what that must be like for him. And I think he's handling it well, and I think he'll continue to because he's not a guy that's going to let it go to his head.
It's amazing how he's handling it. And just to watch it play out when you're talking to him. And he's realizing it, but not in a way that like, oh, I've made it or I'm awesome. And I actually asked him about how do you deal with all this attention because you're not really the kind of guy that seeks it. And then with that comes all the expectations, like you got to do it again and you got to get better and you got to keep going. And here's what he said.
Just knowing, what's ahead. Like I said, our season's not even over, so I still got a lot of more things. Like as far as team, like it's time to win as a team now. It's not about, not that it ever was, but it's more about team now. It's the tournament, so you got to avoid that stuff. And expectations. I don't really do deal with that a lot. Like I just go out and try to play my game. Like I always say, everything can come with itself as long as you play your game and perform and you win. Like winning come with a lot. So I feel like that everything. When you win a lot, it'll solve all the problems for sure.
He knows he's good. He knows he's good. By the same token, he also knows that with that comes responsibility to his teammates. And his responsibility is to help make them better. When he does that, they win, like what he's talking about. He's a team guy. There's not much me to this kid, and that's the impressive part. Look, we've had great players here before. Some of them were on the all-me team. They were me guys. He's not that guy. And that's what I think will ultimately make him, when it's all said and done, there's not going to be any question about, who the greatest of all time was.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
anybody that watches, it's killing people that he's this good. Darius Alston is a beast. You can say he's a good player. He is a beast.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
7:38 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Man, we got a lot to talk about that happened yesterday, and we got a lot more that's coming today. Edward and Bart have all kinds of thoughts on the NCAA tournament. I was just overhearing them during the break, trying not to listen, so it'd be fresh on the air. It wouldn't be used up on the driving range by my ears. Rod on I-40. Rod, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a great day to be a Razorback. Sorry.
Yes, it is, Rod. Thank you.
Way to go, Rod.
Glad you called.
I kind of miss him. Kind of like family. Yeah, Hawaii wasn't ready for prime time. I mean, we ran into the same problem years back. Our very first draw was University of North Carolina. Oh, by the way, they were like number 3 in the country. We've seen how that worked out. So they shouldn't be too ashamed because they ran into a far superior team. And I believe we're going to take this all the way to the bank. I don't have a doubt. I mean, now, how much was Hawaii's normal score? 75, 80. Arkansas usually scores 95 to 105. I mean, that was a mismatch, right?
Well, I mean, there's a reason they were seeded 13th and a reason Arkansas was seeded 4th. And there were better 13-4 games, I guess, and there have been better. But, no, Hawaii, I mean, again, you have to congratulate them for their season. I mean, they won their conference tournament. They deserved to be there. They were 24-8. It's a different level of competition, though.
It was a bad matchup for Hawaii.
Yeah. But yeah.
They ran into a bunch of guys that's going to play on Sunday. I mean, they ran into a bunch of NBA players.
Mm-hmm.
It's what happened. I mean, we've got 3-4 guys that's going to play in the next level, and aside from Big Fish or Big Sushi or whatever his name was, I mean, we hungry anyway. I mean, we kind of ate that guy alive. He didn't get much done.
Yeah.
And if your high scorer is usually averaging 22 points, and the other team's high score usually averages, I don't know, in the 30s, that's not boding very well, right?
Yeah.
So
it was a mismatch.
I don't know anything about High Point. I've never heard of.
Well, we've been telling you about them. Have you not been listening?
Well, that's kind of a.
You don't listen when you call in.
That's kind of a, long time caller, first time listener. No, I'm just saying that their competition isn't going to be the same level. I don't believe they will be. Now, Wisconsin is suspect as well. So now Arizona is the real deal. We're going to run into a buzzsaw. We better have it strapped on. You know what I mean?
Everybody's the real deal. Yeah, everybody's the real deal right now.
Except for St. Mary's.
Except for Hawaii. It's St. Mary's. High Point is the real deal.
High Point's the real deal.
Watch the game yesterday, and they can make it from everywhere. I mean, they can make it before they get in the gym.
Yeah, they really can. But the other things that they do, these are the things that I have my eyes on as I'm looking at the matchup with the Razorbacks.
We're inside the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. Good morning, Bart.
Good morning, guys. They play fast. They play at tempo, which is something obviously Arkansas likes to do. I always feel like when you have a team with lesser talent playing fast against the Razorbacks, that's usually not a recipe for success. However, High Point does not turn the ball over. They're 4th nationally in turnover rate. They do not give you the ball. Wisconsin only had 2 steals yesterday. High Point only had 6 turnovers for the entire game. They do not cough it up, but on the flip side, they force a lot of turnovers, 5th in defensive turnover rate against a Razorback team that's one of the best in the country, maybe the best in the country, at not giving the ball away. The turnover battle, High Point's ability to get to the free throw line. Over on the season, they've been really good at that. But yesterday, they only got to the line 9 times against Wisconsin. I think if they only get to the line 9 times against Arkansas, the Razorbacks are going to win the game. They're going to have to get to the free throw line. They're going to have to force Arkansas to turn the ball over, and they're going to have to take care of the basketball to have a chance in this one. But again, they have the nation's longest winning streak. They've won 15 straight games. It's going to be a battle. Every game in the NCAA tournament is. If you don't show up, you go home. That's what happens. That's what happens in this tournament. Just ask a couple of teams yesterday who did not show up and are now, their season's over.
Well,
there's always going to be upsets in the first round, but I mean, Bart's right. You get into the second round. If you win that first round game, you're a contender. You've withstood the pressure and you found a way to win the game. Now, here's the one thing that I wonder about High Point, and this happened to Hawaii yesterday. You could really see it early in the game. When they made their passes, I'm sure the passes that they made to one another in their conference were perfectly fine. But they'd not faced a level of quickness in terms of guys who could fill the passing lanes the way Arkansas could. And I'm talking Brazil and Thomas primarily, Billy Richmond. I watched High Point and Wisconsin pretty closely yesterday. Wisconsin didn't play much defense, and their level of quickness and their ability to fill the passing lanes is not like Arkansas's. And how does High Point handle that? I suspect they'll probably handle it pretty well if you want to know the truth. But you don't have to beat them by 20. You got to beat them by 1. And I think Arkansas can do that.
Hogs are an 11.5-point favorite. Bart's in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room all day. If you want to talk to him specifically, you can just call 877-377-6963. That's until 9. After 9, you'll have to call his personal number. If you don't have that, we will make it available to you. But if you need counsel during the NCAA tournament on anything,
wise counsel,
Bart's your guy.
Do you like to make money?
If you need a vehicle, if you have a lot of money from winning Bart's picks and, all the advice he gives you, you can actually go to the Fayetteville Auto Park, go in the Chevy store. They got deals right now, man. $30,000 for a new Chevy Colorado Crew Cab. $9,000 off the 2,500 Silverados, $12,000 off the Chevy Silverado, and new Chevy Traverses, $9,000 off. All those deals at the Fayetteville Auto Park, Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive. Go in there and see Mark, Denver, and the gang, and Chris Bunch. They'll be like, hey, man, listen, I hear Bart. I know what Bart's saying. And they'll probably give you even some better bracket advice. But Bart, how would you say you are? You got off to a good start?
I think so.
You're off to a good start.
I'm pleased. I'm pleased.
There
are only two things I'm displeased with, and that's South Florida losing their game to Louisville, and I'm displeased with myself for picking St. Mary's. Very displeased.
You just
got to
beat yourself up for that.
And that look, I know better than that. I am better than that, and we will be better than that moving forward.
Owning the mistake.
Yeah, more to come.
I'll tell you what I read, and you guys know I read things normal people don't read. I go to the depths for this show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. With easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you?
Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
If you've even been thinking about upgrading your ride, now's the time to check out Chevy of Fayetteville. They've got a huge selection of new Chevy trucks and SUVs ready to test drive today. Right now, you can find new Chevy Colorado crew cabs for under $30,000 and unbeatable savings on Chevy Silverados and Traverses with big discounts starting at $9,000 off. Great selection, big savings, and a team that's been serving our community for over 25 years. Go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville.
With Arkansas baseball, softball, and basketball seasons in full swing, there's no better place to catch all the action than Walk-On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, you won't miss a single play. Enjoy mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus the best burgers, draft beers, and cocktails that keep fans coming back. It's incredible food and a game day atmosphere like none other. With 5 locations across Arkansas, it's Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
International soccer is coming to Razorback Stadium this spring. As the United States prepares to host the 2026 World Cup, the home of Razorback football is set to host its first international soccer match when Liga MX rivals Club America and Club Tigres face off in the Golden Clash on Saturday, March 28th. Tickets for this world-class soccer matchup will be available for just $35. Secure your seat for this can't-miss event at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
I want to see you and Bart in the old 3-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric is here to help you lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopascal.com today to schedule your service.
And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Pascal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the show? The Chuck and Bo Show On Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Arthur is in Vermont. Hogs play tonight. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning. I'm owning the day, but I can't really say I'm happy about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
So Ty Richardson, Morning Rush, made his way to Portland. This happened a couple of days ago.
Hey, guys, for both of you.
Name of affiliation, please.
Ty Richardson, ESPN Arkansas.
You got to identify yourself. This was after, he was probably excited after Arkansas's win. And this happened.
Hey, Malik, I was going to ask you what college
Name and affiliation.
Oh, Ty Richardson, ESPN Arkansas.
2 for 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Malik, I was going to ask you what college
Name and affiliation.
No, you're not. You're not asking Malik.
You're not getting past me, pal.
Who are you?
Who is this from?
And
Wow.
again,
That
if you've
is so
ever
funny.
texted into the show and gotten a response, who is this from? That's from Ty trying to get your name. He's got to have his
guy
his
right
system.
there.
That guy who also fails to identify
Hey,
himself.
Malik, I was going to ask you what Cal
Name and affiliation.
Ty Richardson, ESPN Arkansas.
Ty better be careful because that guy, that name and affiliation guy is
He
I
sounds like
think
a
it's
three
by
strikes and you're
design.
out kind of
I
deal.
think he knows what he's doing. I think he understands that there's going to be a pause and there's going to be more attention directed his way.
But he didn't. He couldn't.
Am I
rattle
giving him
Ty.
too much credit? Am I giving him too much credit?
I don't know. He could. I know.
Who?
Which one?
Ty.
Yeah.
For planning all that out.
He wasn't rattled though. He said oh and went right on.
Yeah, he went right
Ty
on.
Richardson. Ty Richardson, ESPN Arkansas.
Yeah.
Ty Richardson, ESPN Arkansas.
Ty Richardson.
Apparently,
Well, of course.
Edward pointed out. You said that was his first question last night.
Well, yesterday he gets a pass because it was his second question of the presser, but last night that was his first question. So you do have to identify yourself.
Who are you?
Who is this
Who
from?
is this from?
Who are you?
Who is this question
Your
from?
name. Your name, please. Hi, Edward Corin.
Oh,
Chuck
Edward
and
Corin,
Bo.
Chuck and Bo show.
What are your
Hey,
thoughts?
Malik.
That's what
You
I
gotta
want to hear at the
identify
Final
yourself.
Four. Bart Pullman, Chuck and Bo show.
Yeah, that's what exactly. That's why we
And
want
you
to
will.
what I
and you
wanna
will.
hear.
And you will hear it.
You
That's
asked,
going to
you
be
asked
an
a
awesome
question.
moment,
You
a
will.
crowning
I've
moment.
got a 5-part question for both of you.
I've got a question and
Chuck
a
and Bo
follow-up.
show.
Yeah. Bart Pullman, Chuck and Bo show. I'd like to ask this, but I also like to ask another one when you're finished. Let me start with this.
It'll be glorious.
Now, Bart Pullman, Chuck and Bo show. Question: do I have to identify myself if I ask a follow-up to his answer? Before we get started, I just want to know the ground rules.
That's funny.
Identify yourself twice for a
Yeah.
2-part question,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. So he finishes. Bart Pullman still here. Chuck and Bo show.
Still me.
Yes, coming back with another one here, pal. That's awesome. All the fun at the NCAA tournament. Those guys at those press conferences, man. Mall security, man.
That's right. That's right.
I can't wait.
It's gonna,
Identify yourself.
Name and affiliation.
Dwight
please.
Howard Mattingly Jr., co-host of the Chuck and Bo show.
What else do you want to know?
Name and affiliation.
Here's
please.
my passport's right here. Am I verified?
We need to scan your ID, sir.
We're asking
Is that a real ID?
2-step authentication.
asking a freaking question at a press conference. I have a credential. Give me a break. Shut
That's
up.
right.
Let's move on with it. Who are you, by the way?
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to jamesboyett.com. There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Interviews, highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Varsity Vibe is your go-to for high school athletics in Arkansas. Learn the stories of coaches and players in our Varsity Vibe podcast. See the biggest plays and the best performances highlighted on our social media platforms. And if newsletters are more your style, we've got that too. High school sports at your fingertips. Varsity Vibe, elevating the game.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy of
more?
the Chuck and Bo show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I heard someone say the other day that, the model in professional sports is like basically for every dollar you bring in, when you break it all down, you get through all the expenses, every dollar you bring in, the players are going to get between 45 and 50% of that dollar, all right? In college, it's more like about 25 to 30%. The difference is the size of the staffs. And I'm not talking about the coaching staffs. I'm talking about go to a professional operation. I'm not talking about like the Dallas Cowboys. I'm talking about your average professional sports operation. Front office wise, the people you don't see, it's pretty lean and mean. I mean, it really is. There are two people, there's one person doing two people's jobs in some of these organizations. Not all of them, but some of them. In college sports, just the people working in the building, the numbers just dwarf the people that work for professional sports organizations. And all those people have to be paid. And so there is much more of a financial burden on a college athletic department. But when you hear stories like that, like you were talking about, the average Arkansan will never set foot on a private plane. The average Arkansan, when they,
average American,
when they go to Smashburger, it's not $600 and it's not being DoorDash. I think sometimes people don't understand when they do these things how it plays. They don't understand how it looks. Maybe, life is, you don't think about that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But every time a story like that comes out, people do notice. I mean, they may not say anything, but they do notice.
It did remind me, the $600 DoorDash of Smashburger did remind me of several teenage girls in a Starbucks order.
It's just nuts.
I'm just telling you. Careful, dads.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
How awesome is it that Cal took the Arkansas job and we're getting to experience this stuff? Where were they going to go?
Well,
and what were they going to do?
And sometimes as fans, we get all caught up in, well, what have they not done? Yeah, we get caught up in, well, they've not done this, they've not done that. Yeah, but making us feel like we're better fans or smarter fans. Let's just enjoy this.
Enjoy the heck out of it.
Let's just enjoy what we're watching because it is pretty special.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
At my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
We are just enthralled with what's happening in the NCAA tournament, and I think part of it is because we think we got a pretty good basketball team that we root for. The Razorbacks look pretty good. Let's see, they've won 11 of 13.
Yep.
Now, and they've
14
won
of 16, 6 in a row.
6 in a row. 6 in a row, and part of that was the SEC tournament winning a championship. I was thinking about that just briefly yesterday, Chuck. Like, we celebrated on that Monday. I know you were trying to just get back to earth after, the travel nightmare of the weather and all that. But we celebrated. We talked about acting like a winner. We talked about how to act as a winner, what it feels like to be a winner, act like you've been here before. but I don't know if we fully even have realized that. Like, have we even slowed down long enough to say, like, you're the champions of the SEC. You won the SEC. I mean, like this season has been wildly successful already, has it not?
Yes.
It's been a great season to watch. Incredible individual performances. Of course, none bigger and better than Acuff. But it's like, I think we cruised right by that SEC championship because you got your eye on a bigger prize. And I think they're focused in that way. I know as fans, it just where is everybody's head on this deal? Have you allowed yourself to go there? Like, I think they're going to go the whole way.
Well, I think a lot of people have, yes. I think a lot of people have. Others are seeing a roadblock in the Sweet 16 when they play Arizona. And that's going to be a tough game if it happens. And, there's a lot of reason to look at that and say, Arkansas is going to have to play their best game to win. But I think from this point forward, I'm not saying you've got to play your best game of the year to beat High Point, but I'm not saying that you're not going to have to either, because High Point may play theirs as well as they played yesterday. So, I mean, at this point in the season, I think that's the mindset you've got to have every time you go out there.
Yeah, you got to show up every one of these games, and they've been doing that. And, boy, they look connected. They look like they're hitting their stride. I think they're in the middle of that. This is when you want to do that this time of year, and then they've done that so far.
Let me say this, too. The confidence level about this basketball team, and Calipari brings a lot of this. I mean, Cal doesn't just slink into an arena. I mean, he knows all eyes are on him when he walks in, and he carries himself like that. So does his basketball team. And I don't mean that, that they carry themselves in an arrogant way, but they carry themselves in a very confident way. And his success in the postseason, his .750 winning percentage in March and April, that carries a lot of weight with these guys. They're confident because of him, and I think he's pretty confident in his team, too.
We're going to get to calls, 877-377-6963. We'll run through at some point here what happened yesterday and then what to look forward to today. Let me give you just a couple of nuggets. If you haven't heard yet, 8:45 Central Time is the tip on Saturday night for High Point in Arkansas. The Hogs are an 11.5-point favorite. Bart, Arkansas goes on the road for their first road SEC baseball series tonight.
Right, 6 o'clock at South Carolina. That game available to watch on the SEC Network Plus.
What to watch is brought to you by Macadoodles, where more than 20,000 customers are earning loyalty points. That means you get free stuff. Every Wednesday's Wine Down Wednesday, 15% off every bottle of wine in the store. Customer service is what people love about Macadoodles, along with getting what you went there to get. If it's hard to find, go to Macadoodles. They'll probably have it. Customer service beyond what you expect is what Roger Gildahouse built this on. when he started it some 30 years ago. Just north of the state line, the original store, Pineville, Missouri. You can also find him, guess who, in Bentonville. If you're planning a watch party tomorrow night, you want to go there to get all the special stuff. And he's got it. They got it all. What a great selection. What a great atmosphere when you walk into the store. Competitive pricing, customer service, beyond your expectations, and a wide selection is what you'll get at Macadoodles. Do you have another thought, Bart?
Well, I was just going to add that the game on Saturday against High Point is going to be on TBS.
Okay, TBS is the
TBS.
Yeah.
I think it's also going to be on True TV, and I think it might be airing it on multiple channels, but definitely on TBS.
Brad Nessler on the call again.
Yep.
Wally Zerbiak.
With Wally Zerbiak. David in Springdale. David, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. What's happening?
Good morning, gentlemen. Top of the day to you.
Hi, David.
Been a listener since y'all started, first time caller. Finally worked up enough nerve because usually I'm listening on the on Spotify on the podcast during the day, and it's probably like the best 3 hours of my day.
Well, thank you.
But also, I think Arkansas is absolutely doing something amazing right now, and we're talking about, these other teams that we're facing. But looking back, since we took the BTA from Florida, something has clicked in us. And listen to Cal after his post-game shows what he's been working for all season for these boys to come together. And like Chuck, you just said, they gelled. And Cal's not even really calling the sets. These boys are calling their own sets, and they are out there just playing their game. And you look at these teams that we're going to be facing, I'm not worried about us handling them. I'm worried about them handling us because we play so fast. We attack. I think yesterday we took a few more threes than I think what we should have because they just couldn't stop us going into the paint. I think we scored at will inside the paint.
Yeah.
But other than that, just like y'all been saying, we need to just sit back and just watch this come to life. I truly feel that we're at least going to be in the Final Four. And so, I got a future on it, so hopefully it hits. And if it hits, I got breakfast for the next month.
There we go. What is the future? What is the future on Arkansas to get to the Final Four?
Let's see. I put it. Yeah, well, I had it on.
It's 7-1 right now.
Okay. What'd you get it at,
Yeah.
David?
I got it at 12-1.
There you go. Yeah, we can all root for that.
Uh,
David, thank you.
15-1.
Thank you, guys.
To win it all.
Enjoy this.
Right now.
Enjoy it, right, Chuck? Just enjoy this.
We're going to look back on this season, and we're going to remember it for a while, regardless of what happens the rest of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And, every game's an exciting one. Cecil in Fort Smith. Cecil, what'd you think of Pringle last night?
Pringle didn't play, did he?
No, he didn't. That was just.
Well, the thing about it, fellas, I was telling Ed, I had a couple of rough days, emergency days.
Oh.
Threw me off, threw my work schedule off, and then I couldn't find the game, so I listened to it, and I'm gonna have to call Lloyd's of London and put some hell of an insurance on Chuck's voice and brain because he's a hell of a caller.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, he put me right next to him. I was sitting behind the table with him, enjoying the game. I was right there. The way that man called the game, man, I swear, Chuck, you cold-blooded. Chuck, you cold-blooded, man. You cold-blooded.
Well,
and I was like, shit, I'm going to just listen to Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm going to just listen to Chuck.
I hear
you.
And, thank you, Cecil.
You know what? Yeah, you're welcome, man. Chuck, I call it like I hear it and see it.
I know you do. I know you do. You don't sugarcoat it.
You're a bad man, boy. You're a bad man. Man, I'm hurt now. I'm not making no joke out of this.
That's awesome.
Boy.
That's awesome.
Someone gave me some information and said, man, Pringle's not playing. And Pringle's, the last 4 games, he's been doing pretty good. He got some bad calls. But they said he had a hiccup and pulled a muscle or stuff. It was really funny, man. I don't know what it was. But hopefully, we can get him back in the rotation and let's just keep winning. Our style of basketball, and don't y'all fellas, I ain't taking no side or no race or nothing like that. It's more like park ball, ghetto ball, fast basketball. And they just get out there and play. Just like we used to go out in Martin Luther King Park and play basketball. Boothead used to be there, Sydney used to be there. And I was younger, but I used to watch him play all the time. And I remember when Boot got the scholarship, and everybody, as soon as he walked up to the court, said, "Man, I got Boot." But that's Ron Brewer's nickname, Boothead. And he said, "No, I don't want to play." And he got cussed out because you just going to Arkansas now. You don't want to play with us, man. It's just the freestyle of basketball. Them boys are great. They're great friends. I'm about to put my money on Arkansas winning the championship. And regardless if I do lose, I lose. You win, you walk. You lose, you walk. But if I hit good. And we're so athletic. It's hard to match up with us. So like Wisconsin they like a half court team. That Big Ten basketball is different from what we play down here in the South. And it's just different, and it's hard to guard us. And then we got the best fucking point. Excuse my French. The best.
Oh man. Oh, whoa. He got going today.
Hey, Cecil was wound up.
He was wound up today. So we had to stop.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to pull the plug.
We had to just pull the plug on that one.
Timeout. Good. Sit by Mike Tyson.
Wow.
Whoa.
Sounds a little different when it's on the air.
No.
Doesn't say
No. I had nothing to do with it.
I'm guilty. I make my share of mistakes.
Oh, boy, that's going to be expensive.
We're all working for free.
This message has been transcribed. One moment while I notify the caller.
We may or may not be back. Don't say the name of our show.
God almighty.
Do you worry about what any of this is doing to our reputation?
There are times, yes. I do think about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
At First Security, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal. When you walk in, call, or click, you're working with people who live here, know the community, and understand what you're trying to accomplish. Whether it's managing day-to-day spending or planning for something bigger, it's real support from real people who care enough to listen. Discover what better banking feels like. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC. Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorback. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool and a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. All right, it's officially tax season, and your local H&R Block is ready to knock it out with you. You can just walk in or grab an appointment, and you're getting 100% accuracy in your max refund or your money back. That's real people right here in your neighborhood, helping you get it done the right way. Not just now, but year-round. H&R Block. Walk in or book an appointment today. If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand? It's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts. By the way, good morning. We just kind of jumped in, and we're
Hey,
coffee deep. And hey, everybody,
Morning, Bart.
welcome in.
Edward.
I smell the bacon cooking. It's going to be a good day.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Here's what the committee didn't know. We played good in the afternoon, or they'd have had us this evening. So they didn't realize that we're a good afternoon team. I shouldn't say that, because then in 2 days, what? We'll be playing the evening.
Well, we don't know yet when you're going to play,
But it was, the kids performed. To come out and play how they played, pretty good stuff.
8:45 tip-off scheduled after that interview with Cal. 8:45
Wow.
Central Time.
We'll show him.
Yeah. Let's talk about High Point from this standpoint real quick in Miami of Ohio. So there's a narrative being talked about among basketball reporters and analysts nationally that these mid-majors, as they're referred to, can't get big games on neutral sites. Like, Arkansas played Houston and Texas Tech and teams like this in the non-conference. And, of course, they played at Michigan State, and then they played Michigan, all these things. These teams like High Point, who have to win their conference tournament to get in, Miami of Ohio got in anyhow because they had an undefeated regular season, but they were on the bubble, and it was debated. They say they can't get these marquee games during the regular season. And so it's unfair to them, and that they're claiming that they're better than people realize, and they're seated where they are, and they're treated the way they are because people don't realize how good they are. So is High Point better, for example, than people realize? Is Miami of Ohio better than they get credit for? Or are they about what you have seen traditionally from teams out of these conferences that win their league and get in the tournament? Please discuss amongst yourself.
Anytime you win 30 games in a season, you're a good team. Like, I don't care who the competition is or what league you're in. If you win 30 games, you're a really good team. There's a stat that goes back for years on years. When 30 win mid-major teams make it to the NCAA tournament, at least one of them every year wins at least a game. So, like, these are good teams. These are you know, I won't go as far as to say good programs because it hasn't been sustained over a long period of time. But when these teams pop up, like a Miami, Ohio, like a High Point, they are legitimately good, and you need to take them seriously. 30 wins is 30 wins. I don't care if it came in the Mid-American Conference. I don't care if it came in the Big South Conference. 30 wins. That's an awful lot of winning basketball.
We're certainly used to winning games, that's for sure. I'm going to be interested to see how these teams do in the second round. Look, we see first-round upsets every year. And when a 12 beats a 5 or a 13 beats a 4, which happens with a certain degree of regularity, the winner is usually from a mid-major conference. Not always, but generally. So we've seen this before. I think the question is, can someone sustain it? We were talking in the first hour about, you know, can you really be Cinderella without getting to the Sweet 16? I don't think so. But you're right. I mean, they're dangerous teams. And if you take them for granted even for a moment, I mean, you will go home.
Let's rip through the games yesterday, just for people that may not have, you know, gotten up and gone to the scoreboard today to check all the scores. They're wondering about the bracket. They may not even remember who they filled out, but go ahead and just give us the games, please, would you? Chevy of Fayetteville situation room.
Just real quick, Duke came storming back, had to come back from 11 down in the second half to beat Siena to survive and advance, where they will face TCU, who outlasted Ohio State. They built a big lead. Ohio State came back. TCU was able to get the win. Louisville beat South Florida. Michigan State over North Dakota State, didn't really have any issue there. Vanderbilt got down early to McNeese, but then took care of business. Nebraska gets their first NCAA tournament win in program history, beating Troy. VCU came rallying back from, I think, 19 down to beat North Carolina in overtime. Illinois took care of business against Penn. Texas A&M, an SEC team, getting a win against St. Mary's. They'll match up with Houston in the second round, a little all-Texas battle. Obviously, High Point beats Wisconsin. Arkansas beats Hawaii. We've talked about that extensively. Texas with the upset win over BYU. They'll play Gonzaga in the second round. Michigan took care of business. Just took out the belt on Georgia.
You were going to say it earlier.
I was, but after the previous segment,
we're all used up.
Yeah, I don't have the luxury anymore. But St. Louis took the belt to Georgia. We'll just leave it at that and really whoop them.
BTA.
Yeah, a little BTA action. So that's the recap of what happened yesterday. We'll see what happens today. I would expect the high seeds to continue to play well, but I imagine we'll see a surprise or two.
So the upsets that you really consider, I mean, a 9 beating an 8's not really an upset, but Texas A&M was a 10 seed. They beat St. Mary's a 7. Texas an 11 beat BYU a 6. VCU beat North Carolina a 6.
And then High Point
11.
High Point, Wisconsin,
the biggest upset.
Yep.
Being a 12.
We'll see something happen today, I would imagine.
SEC went 4-1 yesterday. Is that right?
Georgia's the only loss. Yeah.
And boy, did they lose.
Yeah,
they did lose. They lost enough for everybody.
Okay, we're going to go to the phones, but real quick, do you mind running down the games today? Are you prepared? Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I can. I mean, I've got the bracket right here.
It's like asking a coach if he's ready to throw up an inbound. They got the clipboard right here.
Kentucky and Santa Clara kicks things off this morning, 11:15 a.m.
Okay, real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt. Kentucky, yesterday, Mark Pope had a shoot-around, and he asked the entire building for silence during their free throw part of the shoot-around. I don't know how well you can hear this, but can we just listen to this for a second? Have you ever seen anything like this before? I haven't. Here's Mark Pope on the microphone to the entire arena of, I don't know, there's 35 people in there watching Kentucky practice.
If you hear your time, Will's going to come out and take the business. 2 minutes and
You can't hear it very well, but he asked for 2 minutes of silence.
I can interpret. He says no talking, no whispering. If we hear you talking or whispering something, we're going to come take care of business. Silent, please, for the next 2 minutes.
So Santa Clara today, plus
let's see
120
how that
on the
goes
money
today.
line.
I
Santa
mean, what
Clara
are we doing?
Plus 120
What
on
is
the
he
money
doing?
line. In that one, just go ahead, lock it in. Lock it in.
You think he's going to grab the mic and do that during their game?
I hope so.
Yeah, well, you guys please be quiet.
This isn't
trying to shoot a free throw here.
This isn't a closed practice.
No,
it's an open practice.
So like the NCAA has a practice time at a venue, and people can watch it, and it's not very long, and the open part of it, and so that's what it is. And then a lot of teams, Chuck, you can probably expand on this. They go to another gym and they have the practice they want to have, but where nobody is.
Now, today, for example, Arkansas will have a chance to have a closed practice at the Moda Center. If Kentucky wins their game today, they'll have a chance to have a closed practice tomorrow at the venue site, wherever they are. I don't even know where they are. That's how it works. But the day before, it's open. Yeah, and anybody can come in there, and he took some liberties right there, that's for sure.
There you go. Bart continues with the schedule today.
So anyway, the Santa Clara and the quiet Kentucky folks at 11:15
It's just like, it's bizarre.
Akron and Texas Tech at 11:40. The Red Raiders a 7.5-point favorite. Arizona, Long Island, Virginia, Wright State, Iowa State, Tennessee, a couple of really high seeds versus low seeds. Alabama and Hofstra, 2:15 p.m. The Crimson Tide, an 11.5-point favorite. Go ahead and take Hofstra plus 11.5 there.
Plus 450 on the money line.
430 down to 430.
Okay.
Utah State and Villanova.
Exactly.
Utah State, Villanova, Miami, Ohio, Tennessee. That's this afternoon at 3:25. Iowa, Clemson. Northern Iowa and St. John's, UCF, UCLA, Queens University and Purdue, Prairie View A&M in Florida, Cal Baptist and Kansas, Furman, Yukon, and the nightcap, Missouri and Miami, Florida. The Hurricanes, a 1.5-point favorite in that game, tips off at 9:10.
That's a good nightcap. That's a good nightcap.
Where's
St.
that
Louis.
game being played?
Miami,
St. Louis.
Missouri, St.
Wow.
Louis.
9 o'clock local time.
Well, I'm calling. Bart likes Miami. I'm looking for a Mizzou upset.
I do.
In St. Louis.
I do like Miami in that game. I don't think. I think Missouri is not a team that's built to handle this pressure.
Okay. So that game,
as simple as I can put it.
Alabama Hofstra game. Is there any other games that you really should watch today? I mean, I know people want to watch the games.
Is that Tennessee, Alabama, and who else from the SEC today?
Mizzou, Kentucky.
Mizzou,
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay, those four.
Look, if you're looking
Florida,
if
right?
you're looking,
Florida?
yeah, Florida plays. If you're looking
And
for
Florida.
games that might be close, like upset alert potential. Akron's a pretty good club. Texas Tech's going to have to play well to beat them. Wright State is pesky, can hang around with Virginia. I've mentioned Hofstra. Northern Iowa always seems to have a moment in March. St. John's, on the flip side, Rick Pitino, I think, has lost like one game ever in the first round of the tournament. Pretty automatic when it comes to winning a game. So, and then I'm going to be really honest. I don't know what California Baptist is. I have never, well, besides being an accredited college or university, I'm completely unfamiliar with their work. I do not know them at all. I don't know what their mascot is. I know nothing about them. So, they'll probably beat Kansas.
They're the Lancers.
The Cal Baptist Lancers.
Lancers. I noticed you failed to mention Miami of Ohio in terms of games to watch and upset.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's my mistake.
Give me the Red Hawks. I think
Miami, Ohio.
They keep rolling.
Who are they
Over
playing?
Tennessee.
Yep.
Tennessee's an 11.5-point favorite.
Miami
in that
of
game.
Ohio. They just feel like they're on a mission.
Well, you can go to Oaklawn and play it if you want to. Oaklawn Sports, download the app today. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. It's a great promotion, and it's a great way to get started if you're just looking to have some fun. Arkansas's best sports betting app, the Oaklawn Sports app. And don't forget, it's live racing all the way through May 2nd every weekend. They've got it going on today at Oaklawn. Just log on to oaklawn.com for more. Come join the fun at Oaklawn Hot Springs. It's Arkansas's only casino resort. We'll get the calls next.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
Point.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric is here to help you lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopascal.com today to schedule your service. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Pascal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we're going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more at teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. There's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
One of my things right now, why am I still going? I can't leave this profession like it is and then walk away because my son's in this profession. There are young coaches in this profession. And so I'm looking at this saying, we got to be part of this solution before we walk away from this. And that's part of my purpose now. Why is he speaking out about this? I want the kids to make money. I always have. I've been one of those coaches that said they should have a right to their name, image, and likeness. It's theirs. They should be able to sell it. Because we wouldn't respond that way, because of the arrogance, because of the way where you're worried about the organization instead of the kids, we're where we are right now. Now, free agency, NIL, tampering, offering, all this stuff, instead of you come with me because I can make a difference in your life. We can work together. I'm not telling you I have a magic wand, but what I'm telling you is these kids, look what they've done, where they've gone, and they were sitting where you were. So we have a history of doing it, but I can't do it for you. But I've always been about the kids getting money. I've been that way. But now where we are, no guardrails, no rules. They'll make rules to certain people now. We'll go back to, things. They're paying a quarterback $6-7 million. How? I mean, I don't understand under what we're doing how you do that. I don't care that they do it, but just explain to us how we're to do this.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
You know, Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
That's why I came here, because you can do special things. Coach Sutton did it. Coach Richardson did it. Now let's see if we can do it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, we've had a lot of questions about why couldn't I listen to Chuck and Z on the app last night. And I want to talk about that in just a second. Explain how you can get that done when the Razorbacks play tomorrow night. First, though, Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Guys, I'm jealous. The weather at home's great. We got out of town right as it warmed up. It's like 50 degrees right now in Portland. But we'd be running our heaters out here. Summer is coming, and warmer weather is coming. And if you need a spring tune-up, now is the time to get in touch with the pros at Pascal. Have it done the right way. Get it done the right way. Get it done by somebody that knows what they're doing. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric's been doing this for over 50 years. And here's what you're paying for when you get right down to it. You're paying for peace of mind. You know that your air conditioner is going to work. You know that your heater is going to work. You know that your electrical system is going to work. You know that your plumbing is going to work. Or if there's a problem, you know there's a pro that's just a phone call away. I doubt you're going to have many problems, though, if you partner with them, because they make sure these problems are taken care of before they actually occur. You may not know exactly what they're doing, but you've got the peace of mind of knowing that it's taken care of. They've been doing this a long time. That's how they stay in business. They take care of their customers, and you can schedule your appointment at gopascal.com.
All right, tell us about the app.
All right, here's the deal. When we get to the NCAA tournament, Westwood One owns all the rights. I mean, it is theirs, in the same way CBS owns all the rights on the television side. For example, when the Razorbacks play, and Bo, you know this, there are restrictions on what highlights television stations can show until either the conclusion of the game or the conclusion of the day. There are all kinds of restrictions.
And how much of it you can show.
And how much of it you can show. When. Here's the bottom line. If you want to listen to the locals, download Varsity Network. Go to the App Store and download Varsity Network app. They have a deal. Learfield owns it. They have a deal with Westwood One. And so all of the local broadcasts, I'm going to call them local broadcasts, the team broadcasts, all of them are available there. But you're not going to be able to listen to it on like the ESPN Arkansas app or the Razorback app or the places where you've been listening to the game before if you listen on the app. That's the only one out there where you're going to be able to listen to it. So download Varsity Network app and look for the Arkansas High Point game, I guess it'll be.
So just to clarify, and Chuck said this, but just so people really understand, we're not talking about the radio. If you listen to the game
if you're on the radio, everything's fine. Nothing's changed.
Like a traditional radio station, that's great. But if you listen on the app and you run it through the Bluetooth in your car or whatever, you're going to have to go to Varsity Network and get that app. And it's free, right, Chuck?
It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything. Totally free.
This is not
as
a
free as
flow
the radio
situation. Yeah, it's not a flow situation.
No money changes hands.
All right. Williams and Lafayette. Let's see if William's still here. William, you with us? No, William. How about,
I rambled. I'm sorry.
Well, no, he was holding for a while.
Well, we've got a lot. I got text during the game about it last night.
Yeah, by the way, it must feel good that people want to listen to.
I'll put
to the
that
broadcast.
info. I'll put that info out on social media too.
Okay,
Just so we
that's a good idea. So if you forgot that, you can go back and find it. But it's pretty simple.
Stop bothering Chuck during the game.
No, I don't mean that. I
know.
understand.
I
You know,
know.
you hate to text back. That's not my department because I hate it when people say that to me. I just hate it.
Well,
but it's not my department.
People want to hear it though, and
I know that.
So, and that's
I know that,
important.
and I'm appreciative. And thanks for
absolutely.
letting me say it.
Yeah, absolutely. We always talk about the game being on TV, but some of us want to hear like what our guys are saying.
Right.
You know,
want
and
to listen to the homers. What is
yeah,
Z?
well-
which player on their team does Z think is the worst? we got to tune in and find out.
That's right. What's Z saying about these officials? I know how I feel about it. By the way, the game was officiated pretty well yesterday.
Yeah, I thought, it
I
was
thought
fine.
so
Yeah.
too.
I thought it was fine.
That
not a
review,
ton
all
of
the
foul
reviews
calls?
were quick. They didn't
Yeah.
waste a lot of
They
time.
did a good job.
Jason in Hot Springs. Jason, Chuck, and Bo show.
Doug
Good morning.
Schatz wasn't there.
Good morning, you guys. How y'all doing? Y'all doing okay?
We're doing great.
Jason, we're fine. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing okay. Chuck, y'all ready for the high point tomorrow night?
I am ready for High Point.
And you know that we had to play defense because they doing the three. We had to start the 3-point shooting because they upset High Point yesterday. I was at my friend's house. They just upset Wisconsin. I was like, oh boy, it's gonna be a back and forth game. But I'm gonna tell you something, Bo, Chuck, and Bart. If Arkansas goes to the Sweet 16, Chuck Barrett, I said this gonna be a funny one. If Arkansas wins against High Point Saturday night, and Chuck's gonna say, Arkansas go to the Sweet 16. Arkansas go to the Sweet 16. and I know.
That'd be good.
And I know, and I know you talked about last time. I was like, Arkansas would we beat Kansas, and Chuck and Matt Zimmerman were on the call with that coach for Arkansas last couple years ago. We beat No. 1 Kansas.
When
and
Muss was
Chuck
here, we
Clark.
beat Kansas and Des Moines, Iowa. That's exactly right.
And I know that we might go to the Sweet 16 again tomorrow if we beat High Point. And I'm just gonna be like, Arkansas wins. Arkansas goes to the Sweet 16.
What do you think I ought to say, Jason? What do you think I ought to say? You ought to say it just like that?
Just like that.
Just like you said against Kansas a couple years ago when Muss was coach.
Do you think
'cause I
Cal will
will
take
watch-
his shirt off like Muss did?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I bet no.
I don't
on
think
that
he will.
part.
I don't think he will. No. But,
But,
those are some
Bo-
good memories.
Hey, Bo, can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure, Jason.
I'm going to tell you this. If we go to Sweet 16, that'll be Cal's second straight Sweet 16 appearance. And I was like, if we win against High Point tomorrow, Cal goes to the second straight Sweet 16. We've been there last year, and we lost. And then if we win tomorrow night, we'll go to our second straight Sweet 16.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm happy for Cal because he's been the best coach that we ever had.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Muss went to two Elite Eights, a Sweet 16. Nolan won the national championship. But you could argue right now, with Cal being a Hall of Famer, that he's as good as Arkansas has ever had.
You know,
he hasn't accomplished what he did at Kentucky and at Memphis and at UMass yet. But, he's mentioned that. Like, let's see if we can do it here too, like some of the greats have. Eddie Sutton, Nolan Richardson.
I was thinking this morning how lucky we've been in our lifetime, in my lifetime, in our lifetimes. We've watched Eddie Sutton, Nolan Richardson, and John Calipari. Man, those are good days right there.
Hey, Chuck, I want to take a moment. I know you did it on the broadcast last night to just send our condolences to the Roth family. Many people know Will Roth, who is just everywhere at Razorback events. His dad, Danny, passed away at the age of 71. They had the funeral yesterday. He was a pillar of the Harrison community and is known by many that listen to this show and was a huge Razorback fan. Will and Zach, his sons, and Zach's family live in Northwest Arkansas.
It was an honor and a privilege just to hear about his life yesterday. And I know it meant a lot to people, Chuck, that you guys paid tribute to them on the during the game last night.
Well, that's a special family. His wife, Tammy, I mean, that's a special family. And
really,
that is a Razorback family to the core, if there ever was one. I mean, they really are. I mean, I think Danny's dad, Will's grandfather, I believe, played football for the Razorbacks. And Danny, I think, walked on to the basketball
team. He played
team,
for the freshman team.
Yeah, played for the Shoats, as they were known back then. So, yeah, that's a tremendous loss.
Will told a story at the funeral about his dad. Somebody came to the freshman game and asked for his autograph, and all he had was a $1 bill. The guy gave him a $1 bill to sign, and he put his name on it. And Danny apparently told this story all the time. So after the game, his dad, Danny's dad, said, "What were you signing down there? Or whatever. What were you doing?" And he said, "Well, some guy, wanted me to sign his $1 bill." And his dad pulls out the $1 bill and he said, "Well, I just got this back in change at the concession stand. And I was wondering why your name was on it." So the guy that got his autograph went and spent it at the concession stand.
That's a good story.
But you said it best. That is a Razorback family if there ever was one, and our thoughts are with them. I mean, look, this is what we do. We heal the hurting. We touch the hearts. We talk about the things that matter to people.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you've even been thinking about upgrading your ride, now's the time to check out Chevy of Fayetteville. They've got a huge selection of new Chevy trucks and SUVs ready to test drive today. Right now, you can find new Chevy Colorado crew cabs for under $30,000 and unbeatable savings on Chevy Silverados and Traverses with big discounts starting at $9,000 off. Great selection, big savings, and a team that's been serving our community for over 25 years. Go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Haskell Air, Plumbing, and Electric is here to help you lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Haskell pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaskell.com today to schedule your service.
And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Haskell is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You got it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the show? The Chuck and Bo Show On Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Do we have a will to win? Well, come on.
let's go. This is why we did what we did all year, is to get to March to be able to play like we're one of those teams.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, shout out to Anthony Lucas. He's the new Fayetteville
Yeah.
High School head football coach. That's a big get for Fayetteville and a tough loss for Pulaski Academy. He's won at least a state championship, maybe two
Yes.
there as the head
Yeah.
coach. And obviously he was with Kevin Kelly as an assistant before that. And welcome back to Fayetteville, Anthony Lucas.
Looking forward to that.
That'll be a lot of
Luke's
fun.
a good guy,
Oh,
man.
the
He's a
best.
good
He's the
guy. And,
best.
you
He's a
know,
good coach.
sometimes good guys and good players are so-so coaches. Luke's a great coach, and he'll do a great job at Fayetteville.
You talk about somebody you'd love for your kid to play for. That's a guy right there. We're going to get to Bart's best bets. That's what he's calling them.
Lock him up.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Lock him
I
up.
like the
Lock him up.
confidence. I
Lock him
like
up.
the confidence.
Bart's Log.
By the way, I saw Ben Blakeman yesterday. We're talking about watches.
Yeah.
You know, depending on how far Arkansas goes. They have the Tudor brand, among others.
Nice
I'm not sure
timepiece.
what I'm allowed to say about, you know, the big watch. I don't know if it's even allowed to come out of my mouth, because that brand that starts with an R and ends with an X, they're particular about like when you say their name. So I don't want to, I don't want to do anything
don't get
that
in trouble.
would make Rolex upset.
Oh, don't.
But they've got it all at Blakeman's and
Even magic.
incredible timepieces and the coaches. Cal got the coaches watches for I think winning the SEC.
Yes.
And
I can't wait for that to happen in the studio.
Right. So yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear that all the time.
We just need to get to the Final Four, and we'll have a chat at St. Elmo's with Ben
That's awesome.
in Indianapolis.
I'll wear it every day.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
Every day.
I'll trade him
Tell
a
him where I
shrimp
got.
You'll just walk around Blakeman's. It's more than jewelry. It's your story. I got a story.
That's right.
I got a story. Arkansas went in the Final Four. Chuck and Bo show watches.
That's right.
It's my story.
And I didn't pay for it.
All right, Bart. What are you locking up?
Well, we're starting at the top, right off the top. Santa Clara plus 3.5 against Kentucky. I think Santa Clara is going to win the game outright, but the value on the getting the 3.5 points, I love that. Hofstra plus 11.5 against Alabama. I think that's going to be a close game. I even like Hofstra to pull a big upset.
Did you already get on the money line?
Maybe.
What's it down to?
The dogs are barking today.
Maybe
you
the
have
dogs
moved a
are
lot.
barking.
Look. Here's what I'll say about that. It's an 11.5 point spread, but the money line is plus 430. Why would they do that? That's suspicious. Vegas knows they always do. Hofstra plus 11.5. Utah State minus 1.5. They're way better than Villanova. Iowa minus 1.5 against Clemson. You cannot trust Clemson under any circumstances to do anything. Chad Morris is involved with the basketball team, I'm sure. And then how about the Miamis? We like the Miamis today. Miami, Florida, minus 1.5. Miami, Ohio, plus 11.5. Put those together if you want in an all-Miami parlay. That's plus 252 at Oaklawn Sports.
A Miami parlay.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, how about it? I'm going to wear all white today. Get a Miami parlay going.
And you know what? Throw Rick Pitino in there for good measure. Maybe he'll wear the all-white suit.
Find you a margarita that costs $18. You'll feel like you're on South Beach.
Yeah.
And just have a Miami day.
Yeah.
A Miami parlay
Get
day.
you a sandwich.
Can you put those on social? Can you put
My
the
pics?
pics on the Chuck and Bo Show socials?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Well, people are going to want to know.
Yeah.
I'm tired
We'll
of getting
put a graphic
text.
out.
It'll
We'll
be
put a
on
graphic
social.
out.
Well, maybe just a clip, but we'll see.
Yeah, or a clip.
Also,
The
download
information will be available.
the Varsity Network app for free if you want to stream Chuck's call of the game. Chuck, have a great call. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Talk to you
We'll
from
do it again
San
Monday.
Jose.
Yeah,
Monday
hopefully.
morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You got it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com. We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what